Welcome to the show, ladies and gents. We're here. We talk about wrestling.
Charlotte beat me. I put you in a neck brace before. I have no problem doing it again.
You haven't seen it, honey? I was...
Oh, bitch! No, the fuck y'all did. So much balls. What happened? There's too much balls on that ref. Too many red balls. Look at all these balls. Look at this. Damn! Oh, Jesus! We are witnessing child abuse on TV, Lord. Oh, have mercy. Now, watch your mouth when you talking to me, ho. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You ain't getting nothing. You don't get nothing. You either earn it or you don't. You pasty bitch. That ain't how this works. Uh-oh. Hit it with a zigzag. Let's go, baby. Let's go, dog. Let's go. I'm fucked with it. We sick of your shit.
Hey, girl, hey. Life, relationships, pop culture.
Well, go ahead. I'm listening. And he'll be looking at me. He will be looking at me and he will go to sleep. He will go to sleep. Look at me in my face. I'm talking to you.
We talk about it all, baby. So, y'all ready? I know y'all ready. Because it's showtime. And that's on the ancestors, baby. Okay, and we back. As King said, we are back. It's weird to go live in the middle of the day. Wow. So I put the link in the box in case somebody wanted to come in and they wanted to discuss this. If y'all ain't got nothing to do. Wow. Holy shit. Hey, Bree, how are you? All right. So let's go back over the show, okay? And whoever wants to come in definitely can. Let's start off with the most controversial matches in here. Let's start off with Dominic turning on his dad and on Edge. This was the right time to do it. I admit when they were champions, I was not a fan of it. I felt like it was unnecessary that they could just part ways. But the way that they built this up, got it? The way that they built this up made perfect sense. Okay. So I wasn't a big fan of Dominic turning on his dad when they were still working together as a team earlier on, when they were a tag team and they were running. I wasn't a big fan of it then. But as I started to see how they restructured their storyline, more specifically with Judgment Day and how things went down, it made more sense for this to happen the way that it happened. So I was happy about it. I'm glad. Even though Dominic didn't fully lean into it, it just, I wish he would have just did it better. But overall, it did what it was supposed to do. It was the ultimate turnout. Okay, no worries, Kenny. They did what they were supposed to do. They gave it the flair that it needed. They gave it all the drama that it needed, and that's the way that it was supposed to be. Hold on a second. Anyways, Octavius, come upstairs now. This match was fairly solid. They didn't have any hiccups or bumps in there, and it was pretty back and forth between. The only thing I really detested about this was Damian Priest spitting on Edge. That shit pissed me the fuck off. I didn't like it. I don't like nobody spitting on nobody, and I was glad that he won, but that shit made me mad. Like, you are gross as fuck. Don't spit near, close by. I don't give a fuck. Spitting on people, you a nasty bitch. And I get your ass whooped quicker. Fucking with me, you get fucked up faster. I would have shoot fought you. For real. I'd have been whooping your ass. You ain't finna spit on me, bro. Not even in my vicinity. Don't spit next to me. Because I'm gonna beat your ass. Period. Hold on a second. Okay, so we got through that. Everything was cool. My favorite match by far is still Sheamus and Gunther's match. I love this match. Now, from what I learned, this having Gianni Vinci come out there, I think was a one-time thing. I don't think he's going to be with Imperium permanently, and they get to operate as Imperium. I think this was a one-time thing. And I hate that it was a one-time thing, but I'm glad that he was there because it was like, oh, we got the old band back together. Yes. But it canceled out everybody that could have interfered in the match, and they left it a fair fight. This was a brutal match. It wasn't as brutal as I thought it was going to get, but Walter beat the brakes off of Sheamus. His chest alone tore up. But Walter didn't walk away unscathed. He was beat down by Sheamus. It took Gianni and Marcelo to carry his ass out of there. Man, that match was good. It was fun to watch. I loved it. It was high energy. Everybody in Cardiff was on Sheamus' side. I was rooting for Sheamus. I wanted him to get that title so fucking bad, and he didn't get it, and I'm mad. Triple H know how to just push you to the edge, and then boom, just hit you right in the fucking gut. He just know how to hit you right in the gut. Oh, it was so... God, I wanted him to get that damn belt. When it came to Liv and Shayna, she said, I said the same thing. He spat his gum at him, and I was like, oh, hell motherfucking nah. I'll take a lot of things. I will take a lot of fucking things. But you will never spit at me. I don't give a fuck what you're doing. I don't care if it's kayfabe. I don't care about none of that shit. Don't fucking spit at me. Don't do that. Because that shit was trifling. Liv gear was cute. It was okay. I didn't really care for her gear, but she did do good in this match against Shayna. I was surprised that she beat her. I'm not going to lie. I was relatively shocked, But one thing Shayna Baszler did was she underestimated her opponent. And that's where she left the door open for Liv to be able to best her. She used Ronda Rousey's armbar, or just the armbar period, against Shayna Baszler. That knocked out a lot of Shayna Baszler's power. And that took her out. And unfortunately for Shayna, she now is on the bottom looking up, and Liv Morgan has retained. So I don't know how this is going to play out, but it looks like they're going to run it back to Ronda for Liv Morgan at Extreme Rules. I would add Shayna to the match just to add the spice, because it seems like they've been building it up. But she added some more moves to her arsenal. She didn't look bad. She did good. I'll give her props. She did good in that match against Shayna Baszler. And Shayna Baszler, she got bested. I don't know no other way to put it other than she got bested. Now she looked a mess. I wish Shayna Baszler would have won it tonight. Everybody that I wanted to win did not win, and I was so disappointed. But like I said in the first part of this live, wrestling is supposed to invoke emotion. It's supposed to make you invested, and Triple H did make you invested in what's to come. And that's the fun part about this. That's what makes this really, really good. I cannot wait for Worlds Collide tomorrow, because I expect World Collide to be even better. And it's just going to be a mess. If he was able to pull this shit off with Clash at the Castle, I can just about fucking imagine what he's going to do at Worlds Collide. Or rather what Shawn Michaels is going to do for Worlds Collide. Her gear was a mess. That weave is never blended. She's a mess. It was all tangled up and shit by the end of the show. I was like, damn, what kind of weave did you buy to make it look like it was matted? Like, shit, I understood she was wrestling, but goddamn, even Charlotte's hair don't do that shit. I was like, where do you get these cheap ass extensions from? What happened? What happened, girl? I didn't really care for her gear too much, but if she liked it, I love it. Okay. But she won the match clean. She pinned Shayna Baszler clean. I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm very curious about it. Here we go. So we got the 6-woman tag match. Ciao. Hold on, y'all. All right. This match actually set the tone for the show, which I enjoyed it. It was a good back and forth between both teams. Ultimately, what it came down to is isolation and separation. They took out Bliss and Asuka, and that left Bianca all alone against Damage Control. And it took all three of them to take down Bianca. Now, we all know how WWE operates. When the champ gets pinned in a non-title bout, whether it be tag team or singles competition, that usually lends to said person who pinned the champion to become the number one contender or earn an opportunity at that. Now, what I suspect will happen on Monday is they'll have a championships contender match against Bianca, to which Bayley will either cheat to win or win, period, to which will lead to Bayley versus Bianca once again at Extreme Rules. Me personally, I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it. I don't want to see Bayley and Bianca wrestle again. We saw this last year. Last year, Bayley and Bianca had a feud that spanned almost 4 pay-per-views, and it continued. And had Bayley not gone down after that match at Hell in a Cell, I suspect they would have pushed forward to another pay-per-view. It just was a lot, and I wish that it didn't have to go that strong on SmackDown last year, but it did. And it being a year out from that, I just think it's just too soon to revisit this feud. I just don't want to see it. And I know that it could be great. I know that Bianca is going to do amazing, but she's already beaten Bayley. What they should have done is put Dakota on her or Io Sky, especially if she don't plan on dropping the title anytime soon. They should have made it kind of like the Shield, where they had Bayley team with Dakota and had Io go after the title. That way you have a little bit of a different of a shakeup here. But they didn't do that. They didn't do that because that's what happened with Seth and the Shield and Roman and Dean Ambrose. If you remember, Dean Ambrose was the one who was the United States champion, and it was Roman and Seth that were tag team champions, right? Am I wrong? Somebody tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm going to pull up y'all comments, but y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Because if I recall, Dean was the singles champ, and they had Seth and Roman as the tag team champion. But if I'm wrong, please correct me. Her gear was a mess. The weave is never blended. She's a mess. And Bayley getting the pin over Bianca pissed me the fuck off. I kind of figured it was coming, so I saw the writing on the wall. Hello, Chef Rike. It took 3 of them to best Bianca. That it did, my friend. This match was something. Child, it got the nerve to be a power outage in my area. What? Well, bless God that ain't happening to me. I'm not trying to be mean to you, Brandy. I hope your power come back on. But it take them forever to get the power back on out here in Euclid. Hello, Icy. This is Bianca's first loss in a while. Wow, I hadn't even noticed it. It is. She haven't lost in a minute. But y'all let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong about the Shield. Please correct me, because if I recall, Roman and Seth were the tag team champions. Dean Ambrose was that hothead in the group, but he was U.S. champion, right? Right? Okay, Bree said you are right. Dean had the U.S. title while the others had the tag team title. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Wow. Okay, I was right. Okay, but Bianca's gear was hella cute. She's just a motherfucking star, man. So goddamn beautiful. I can't stand it. Bianca's gear was fire. And I love the fact that she switched her gear up every pay-per-view. And during the weekly stuff, she recycled the stuff that she, we've seen, but she changed the color, But I just wish they would have did it that way. It would have given us a different perspective when it comes to the matches and wrestling, and it won't be so damn predictable. And we've already seen them beat Bayley and Bianca's match quality and their matches into our heads multiple times. They should have switched this up. They should have had Bayley and Dakota competing for those tag team championships, and they should have had Io going after Bianca. Or switch out Dakota and have her go after Bianca. Either way, Bianca could very well, you can make it look like Bianca very well could lose that championship to Io or Dakota. But Bayley shouldn't be nowhere near the title, in my opinion. I just felt that way. I'm sorry. I just felt that way. I can't do it. I just wish they would have did that. And it's no shade to them, but I just wish they would have did it that way. And I think it would go over much, much easier, especially with me. Dominic low blowing edge and losing one Balenciaga sneaker and taking off the other one sent me. I said, damn, did he take your shoe off because everybody was trying to figure out why he took his shoe off, right? Everybody was trying to figure that out, like, why is he out of his shoes? And I was like, he must have lost one and decided to take off the other one, which, fine, because he threw that bitch at his dad, And I was like, damn, how did he lose a shoe? Like, where'd that come from? How did that happen? How did we get here, honey? Hold on, y'all. My leg is killing me. So I put the invite in the box. Let me pull it up. Hello. Did Drew win? Please tell me Drew won. I'm sorry, love. He did not win. He did not. No, I agree with that. And I love Bayley. But I don't think she should be in title contingency for a long while. I agree. Okay. He said, oh my God. Why? It's so stale. Well, I think it was for shock factor, and they definitely achieved that. But when it comes to Drew losing to Roman, first I had to make sense of it in my head. I couldn't because I was emotionally invested, and I really wanted Drew to win. But here's the thing: as much as I wanted Drew to win, and I feel like Drew deserved to win, especially in Cardiff in front of his people, I know that they have something else up under their sleeve for Roman, because Roman is going to drop those titles. If he does not drop them within the next couple of months, Royal Rumble will more than likely be the last time he holds them. But if he holds them all the way till Mania, I will fucking cry. I am telling you right now, I will fucking cry if he holds them all the way to Mania. Because at this point, you're banking on like, okay, babe, you're banking on like The Rock. And I'm like, wow, I love The Rock and I think that he's great. Like, we're supposed to be building the future, not looking to the past. And you can have this feud with Roman without the goddamn championships. You don't need them. You don't need them. They should have introduced Solo months ago. I'm just floored about this. I really am. Hey, Alexis. Hi, Kenny. I agree with y'all with Bayley, but one, I would have. Let me go back to Bayley in the picture. I agree with you with Bayley thing, but I would have Damage Control pin Asuka. Alexa attacked them both, and they could have did Alexa versus Bianca for the time being instead of Bayley. I don't want to see that either. I'm gonna be real with you. I do not want to see Bliss anywhere near the title either, and that. I hope the crowd stormed the ring. They did not, babe. But they were very silent and shocked that Roman retained because of his, I'm going to just tell you. It was because of his cousin, Solo. Solo came and helped. That's how he retained. Alexa dog carrying ass don't need to be near that title either. I 100% have to agree. I would not give Bliss a title shot anytime soon. Like, she would have to earn her shot in the Rumble just like the other girls. She would not be wrestling for that title, not this year. Nope. They have hyped this up so much. I really hope there's a rematch. Come on, Triple H. Hey. The way that they did it, before you shit on it, you really have to watch it, because it wasn't just like Roman dominated or Drew McIntyre dominated and then Solo came in and stole the show. It wasn't like that at all. It was very, very easy that Drew could have won this match. At least 3 of those counts he could have won. You really have to go watch the match, whether you know the outcome or not. By the time you get to the end of that match, you'll understand why most of us are pissed. They're not pissed because Roman, they're pissed because Roman retained, but they're pissed at how the match went. It was definitely swinging in Drew's favor. It was just a really good it was a really good way of evoking a lot of emotion from the fan base, because that's exactly what they did. They pissed off everybody. And I think WWE is okay with that. The reaction that they're going to get from this, Roman's severely going to be booed. There's no question about that. He needs to drop them. I'm tired, Tiff. I'm so tired. It's been 2 years at this point. You know, it's been 2 fucking years. And I just wanted Drew to have his moment, especially in Cardiff. It was Cardiff. I just wanted him to have that moment. I really did. And I just thought it was so unfair. It was, God, it was just so shit. It was just so, you just felt like it was gonna happen. And then they just took it. It just slipped right between our fingers. Damn. Roman could have. He could have. That crowd was very polite. They were absolutely floored by what happened. It was not just a simple win. It just wasn't. It was such a back and forth between the two of them. Now everybody was down. Ref got knocked out. Like it was, and it wasn't done to where you just saw everything happening. It was very well done. It was a clean match up until the end, and they fought. It wasn't just like, oh, well, Roman retained and cheated again. Thanks a lot. No, it was a very, you didn't expect to see him. Like nobody could have called that Solo would have been the guy. We thought he was injured. So, of course, we're sitting there like, okay, it's a true one-on-one battle. Nobody's coming in. Cool. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know fucking Solo was going to come in with a knee brace and take out the goddamn ref. We didn't know that shit. Storytelling, dude. Watch when Roman drops, though, to whoever. It's going to be like, holy shit, that was awesome. Right. Oh, I think I need to find a way to watch it. I live in Australia, and it isn't on TV here. Oh, and you don't have the network. Okay. Well, I don't have any. I'm not encouraging any illegal streaming, but I'm just gonna say that that's out there. That's all I'm gonna tell you. That's all I'm gonna tell you is you gotta see it. Okay. The match was great. No one could predict the winner, and that hasn't happened in a long time. Agreed. And that was the important part of the show. Everything was not predictable. You watched the matches, you had who you thought was going to win, but in the end, the winner wasn't what everybody did. I had Sheamus to get that goddamn title. I just knew he was going to get it, and he didn't get it. And I was mad. No, that's not right. Wait, because you put it in wrong too many times. Alexis says the crowd was silent. It's been over 700 days. I don't care who wins. Just drop the damn title. And I feel bad for Drew because it felt like this whole show was built for him. Oh shit, that was the wrong one.
That's why I got it wrong. That's what I put in.
VR? Wait, this sounds pretty cool. You can party up with friends from home.
Correct. I feel bad for Drew because it felt like this whole show was built for him. Yes, it did. And they gave him, and I should have figured it out by that video package they gave him. KJ, you got to go in the hallway so I can talk. I should have figured it out by that video package they gave him and shit, because they did that same shit to Liv Morgan when she went up against Becky. They did that same fucking shit. Oh, Roman doing what he's done up to this point with the titles has been great, bias aside. Whether what he's done has been good, bad, or indifferent, he's made those titles and his matches must see. whether we agree with the outcomes or not. That was never in question. It's just Roman has had 2 years. He's been champion for 2 years. And while I don't have a problem with Roman being at the top of the mountain, at some point, yeah, I'm aware of that. At some point, we got to get something. By the way, Condor, you're welcome. Sheamus and Gunther was match of the year. That match was great. It was my favorite match of the night. I loved it. It was so hard hitting. It was so good. Roman won again. Yes, love. He did. He retained his championship, and he is still the WWE, undisputed WWE Universal Champion. He retained. If you haven't watched it and you want to watch it, don't listen to this part because I'm going to tell you how he retained. I don't want to hear it in the comments. Oh, you spoiled it for me. I didn't get to see it. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear it because I'm giving you a warning. I'm going to tell you how he won. So if you don't want to hear that, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to leave so I can tell you how he won. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. I'll even put the countdown up there. If you don't want to hear it, here, I'm going to tell you after this 30 seconds is up. All right. So, Roman Reigns retained his championship because his cousin Solo came in and pulled the referee out of the ring, and he was able to retain by that distraction. The referee got pulled out after he was getting ready to count. Drew McIntyre had Roman down and ready to go, and the ref was pulled out. This was the second referee in this match, by the way. Roman was able to get the drop on Drew, hit him with, I believe it was a spear once again. This was after he hit another move, which I can't remember what the move was. I'm sure somebody in the comments will tell me. And then the original referee was able to get up and count, to which Solo and Roman walked out, and with Roman still holding these championships, and Drew McIntyre was in the middle of the ring singing to Cardiff with Tyson Fury. That's how the show ended. It wasn't the finish I was hoping for. I wanted Drew McIntyre to be standing tall with that championship. If he was holding both of them, fine. I didn't give a damn. I just wanted him to win. He deserved to be able to win in front of that Cardiff crowd, in my opinion. He didn't get that at his WrestleMania moment. The only time he did was at Royal Rumble. And then after that, he was the champion during the pandemic era. Drew got the short end of the stick. He deserved to have that championship win. I don't know when they're going to give it to him, but they better give him one. He deserved that. Let me go into some of these comments. Well, Liv losing to Becky was a guarantee. She was not beating Becky for that title. Not today, tomorrow, or ever. But that wasn't my point. My point was they did the same thing to Liv Morgan, and I should have recognized it, but I didn't. That was my point in mentioning it. It's been 2 years, and he's on both shows and really brings nothing. Like, no shade to him, but this is too much. Those 2 years went by so damn fast. Do you think Roman Reigns wanted to drop the titles to Drew McIntyre, but WWE was like, not right now? I honestly couldn't tell you. Roman's quite private, and the only time he mentions anything about the WWE. He's usually in character when it comes to matches, characters that he's supposed to go up against. Roman usually stays in character for those things, unless he's, asked about a person's work ethic, which he will mention. 90% of the time, he's not going to discuss storylines and how things were supposed to go. That's not how Roman rolls. If you've listened to any of his interviews and how he moves, he doesn't give you any inkling one way or another what he decided. He tells you what the character is supposed to tell you, which is how it should be, in my opinion. So shout out to him for that. The Street Profits and Madcap Moss match versus Alpha Academy Austin Theory was good also. That was a pre-show match, and it was the only show on the pre-show. It was the only match on the pre-show, which was good. I honestly thought that Theory was going to come in and try to steal it, but Tyson Fury punched him dead in his face, which was so fucking funny. I was like, fuck yeah, Tyson, get that nigga out of here. That's the second time he tried to cash in and it was taken. It was like, nope. Sheamus' chest got fucked. It did. He got messed up. Sheamus versus Gunther was a fire match. I loved it. Yes, Donnie's here. Hi, Don. I'd rather him defend them titles than be champion for months at a time and sitting at home not doing shit with it like Brock it was. He's going to lose at some point. Every reign comes to an end. It just wasn't today. I don't think Roman would be opposed to it, but I definitely think this was a WWE decision to hold off on him dropping, unfortunately. Like I said, I don't suspect what Roman or any of the superstars think. There's no reason to go to that aspect because their input is valued when it comes to Triple H. However, it has to make sense to them in the long run in the storyline. Something else is planned down the line in order for them not to drop it to Drew. Something else is happening. I can't give you all the answers, but I will say that whether Roman wants to drop it or not, it doesn't matter because if he has to drop it, he's going to drop it. Go downstairs. Drew McIntyre, unfortunately, Drewski lost today. It wasn't his day. Drew ain't finished yet. I knew he wasn't winning when Sheamus lost. All in all, I was very proud of Drew for getting a moment with that crowd. Okay, go. Win or lose, I definitely would have loved Drew winning those titles, though, today. I would have loved for Drew to win also, and I love Roman, but maybe Tom Holland and Ruffalo need to take notes on secrecy from Roman, period, because Tom Holland tell all of it. He like an old refrigerator child. Drew ain't done chasing that title, not at all. I just hope this isn't being done for Cody, because I'm sorry for Seth. I'm sorry Seth should be the guy picked over Cody, and I'll gladly die on that hill. That's a hill you're going to die on by yourself. I understand that why you say that, but if Seth ends up getting one of those championships in any way, shape, or form, you better bet your ass that Cody Rhodes is going to be the one to beat him for it. I can promise you that. It's already set in stone. Especially if they go to Rumble and Cody comes back at Rumble. Because I put money on it that Cody's the one who's picked to win the Rumble this year. I put money on that. I think they're going to drag it to Mania, unfortunately. Yeah, me too, Donnie. Me too. I agree with that. Cody should not be the one to dethrone Roman. Nope. Seth Rollins should definitely be in title contingency within the next few months. He's earned it. Honestly, I will take Karrion or Kevin to beat him for those titles. Hell no. Nah, tears. Kevin, yes. Kevin 100%. I would not accept Karrion Kross beating Roman for those titles over Cody. No. And it's not because I got a hard on for Cody, But you got to think, like, market-wise, crowd-wise, the reaction that Cody would get, I'd rather give it to Cody than to give it to Karrion. I give it to Cody over Karrion. Hell no. Hiram, you on some bullshit. No. And like you stated earlier, him and Rock does not need to be a title feud. It should just be a pass another torch type of match if that's what they're planning. I agree. McIntyre will rap abuse the fans. What the fuck does that mean? What? Okay. Karrion could take his TikTok ass somewhere. He don't need it either. Period. Hell no. Hell no. 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 Probably have him drop it at Rumble. Nah, never mind. That feels way too long. It seemed like they're going to have it all the way out. Oh, what do you want? Where's the house phone at? Why are you coming back in here? You're not getting any more cookies. Go. You done had 4 cookies today. You're not getting any more. Just did more homework. Only missed 5 this time. Good. Good job, Alexis. IDK who for the women? Mandy. Oh, you tried it. You fucking tried it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I apologize, Tears. I wasn't trying to say you were the one who said it, but I was looking at the comment and then I looked at Hiram's comment. I saw your comment come in, then Hiram's comment was up on the screen. So I crossed them together and I apologize for that. So I'm sorry. I wouldn't accept Karrion. I'm sorry, Karrion would not be my guy right now. He's not the guy right now. Roman Reigns is going to win. He already won, dear. He already won. Are y'all all right in these comments? Stop in there. I don't care what you're doing. Stop. Some of y'all, okay. Karrion just got there, to be honest. Karrion need to go fight Gunther. I'll be okay with that. I definitely see Kevin versus Roman at Extreme Rules probably and have Drew battle it out with Cross if they aren't running back Drew versus Roman. No, you know what? Yeah, that makes sense. But they ain't gonna have Roman drop it to Kevin either. Which I'm kind of mad about. Like, if Karrion hadn't interfered and cost Drew the match, then I could be like, nah, I see what the fuck is going on here. But, I'm just so disappointed. Fuck, I'll fight Roman. I'll fight his cousins and Paul Heyman. Child, he got cousins everywhere. They every fucking where. We need something exciting. Give us everybody in a match, Roman. You know what? Since Roman think he got it all in the bag, and I say revisit an old match that they did back in the day when Roman was champ. Make it so that at Royal Rumble, it's 1 versus all. Roman said he'll take on everybody. Okay? 1 versus Roman for the Undisputed Universal Championships. Put them in there. Make them fight all of them at the same fucking time. All of them. Give it to them. Make them fight all of them. Do some authority shit. Because I'm tired. Now she ain't scared. Now this might be random, but Big E could be possible. Big E had a neck injury. Putting him in there, no. I don't think it's useless. He already beat everybody. So put them all in one match together. All they got to do is jump on him and eliminate him. And then he could be like, it took all of y'all to get rid of me. I say put him in the match at Royal Rumble. Let his ass compete to keep his title. Do it that way. It's the easiest way to get rid of him. Since they don't want to let nobody beat him one-on-one, put him in the Royal Rumble match and make him defend his title like he had to the last time. It's just a mess that at Survivor Series, he doesn't have an opponent at the moment because he's holding both belts. I think that's a good idea. I stand by that idea. I want to see him. I want to see it. I mean, out. Like, he ain't even been cleared to run the rope. But he never did a 5-pack. He'll get a gimmick match at Survivor Series. Brock did a 5-pack. He ain't been in the Elimination Chamber. They could put him in the chamber. I mean, nobody's been able to beat him. Nobody's been able to beat him in singles competition. Nobody. But you put him in a match where, like, the odds are not already in your favor. That Royal Rumble match, fire idea in my opinion. Elimination Chamber or a 5-pack challenge or a fatal 4-way, fire idea in my opinion. I say do it. He doesn't have to be pinned in order to lose the championship. That's how he got it in the first fucking place. That's how he got it. He didn't come down there until the last few seconds of the match with Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman, and he was able to win. Now, Tip, you already know WWE will be on some shit and still have him win. I don't know about that. At this point, I'll be here for a kayfabe injury so he can vacate them belts. Just get them off. No, fuck that. That's unsatisfying as hell. No, I don't like it. I don't want no kayfabe injury. I want him to get beat. 1, 2, 3 in the ring. No exceptions, no questions, and no doubling back. I want it to be a definitive win where he cannot question it, he can't bitch, and he can't moan. That it was done properly. That's what I want. Did you already talk about Liv's next title defense? It's going to be a triple threat. I talked about Liv's title defense possibly going to Extreme Rules. I didn't think it was going to be a triple threat, but it's possible. However, in my opinion, she beat Shayna Baszler clean. If I was running the E, because she beat her clean, there's no reason for her to be a part of the triple threat match. Hold on, y'all. I'll be back.
Damn right we take turns being wrong. I get real accountable when I'm alone. I get real about it all when I'm alone. It's so crazy missing you. I get on. Now Julio made me a Scorpio, and I might hit your phone up with that bye. Listen my da. Listen that all of this love is toxic. All of this love is toxic. All these bitches they hugging. Toxic. You a damn drug. Toxic.
If you don't wanna see me, if you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I once did the heartbreak change me, baby, but look at where I ended up. I'm okay already, so moved on, it's scary, I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, don't show up, don't come.
rhyme. 5 years plus doing musical grind. Hip hop and beautiful grind. I compose unusual lines. I'll talk with a line like 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me demonstrate. They need lift spot. This one elevates. They act stiff part. This one penetrates. Like heavyweight. Musical grind. Beautiful grind.
Okay, child. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, they did it with AJ Lee. But like I said, don't have him win. What? Don't let him win. Now it's going on 6, and I still ain't start dinner. I think Charlotte might be next for Liv. You could put Ronda in there because SmackDown needs something. Raw got everything. I don't care what nobody says. Naomi should have beaten AJ when she came back from that injury and got her title shot. I was so mad. Now, if Charlotte comes back and takes that title from her, I don't want to see you, no shade, or anyone else complain she took it from her. She wanted Paige to beat her because she was getting married and needed it out. Plus, she liked Paige and said she was the only girl besides Naomi that she wanted to drop it to. Charlotte needs to go to Raw. Keep her away from another Ronda match, child. Have Bianca beat Charlotte and call it a day. Love Flair, but she don't need no belt for a while. I can honestly see Charlotte winning the Rumble and picking Bianca. I do not want Charlotte winning the Rumble. She don't want it already. Let somebody else win it. She can go up against Bianca and not win the Rumble. I actually don't know who I see winning the Rumble. I'm gonna be delusional and give it to Naomi every year, or at least Money in the Bank until it happens. Not you're gonna be delusional about it. Jesus. Well, that was Clash at the Castle, folks. I don't really think I need to go over Riddle and Rollins' match because I feel like this is not over. They're going to end up running this back at Extreme Rules, and maybe they'll have a cleaner match this time. I can't wait for people saying Charlotte's bullying Liv like they said Shayna did. At the end of the day, Liv is a grown woman, just like all the other women in the E. She not getting bullied no more than they are. So it is what it is. This match was okay. It wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. This match by far was the botchiest match in here, in the whole show. It was botchy. I expected better, especially for a Rollins match, and I don't even blame Rollins in this particular match. I blame Riddle. I don't know what was going on with him. He was quite off in this match. Wait, bullying? Riddle was botchy. He was very botchy in this match. Like in real life. Yeah, tears of people online said Shayna was bullying Liv in character. I loved that middle rope curb stomp. For a second, I thought Riddle was gonna counter that into an RKO. What? I thought this match was great, mainly because of Seth Rollins. This match wasn't a bad match. It's not the worst match of the night, but it was the botchiest. It had the most botches of all. All the other matches didn't have any botches like this. Riddle didn't catch Rollins like he was supposed to on that dive. I don't know if he tripped or slipped, but they had a mix-up on the top rope when they was trying to do that suplex off of it. It was botchy. And there were other parts of it that was botchy too. He botched a lot in this match. It wasn't a bad match. As the match progressed, it picked up, and it was good. It just was a botchy match. It had the most botches, and it was the botchiest. But it wasn't on Seth's part. Seth wasn't my issue. Riddle was. Riddle was the problem in that match. Other than that, if I had to rank them by the best matches of the night, Sheamus and Gunther get it for me. They're the number one match. I love this match. It was my favorite. Roman's match and Drew's match is second for me. I would definitely put Liv and Shayna's match over the Mysterio's match with Judgment Day, just because I had seen that match so many fucking times. I didn't care. I'm gonna put Riddle and Seth Rollins match at the top. Before that, then the girls match was really, really good. The only reason why they're lower is because I didn't really care about the story between the two between the two teams, but they had solid matches. This match was solid, and I liked that. But I didn't really care about the story between the two of them. And then the last match, in my opinion, was Judgment Day and Rey Mysterio and Edges. Despite the fact that Dominic turned on his father, I mean, it did what it was supposed to do. It set up Monday for a good explanation, which I'm sure he's going to talk like a 3-year-old on the microphone trying to scowl at people and shit. But, whatever. Whatever makes you happy. That's how I rank them. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I just hope if Braun is coming back Monday, they don't try to do another Roman versus Braun match down the line. I can honestly care less. I don't really care about Braun Strowman coming back. And I used to really like Braun Strowman, but I don't care. Well, kudos to Seth for covering them or selling impeccably, because I didn't see any of that. And I usually pick up on every detail. If you go back and rewatch the show and you watch that match, you'll see it was Seth's first dive where he was supposed to catch him, but also like he should have fell back. Rollins didn't get caught. He basically just hit the floor. And then there was when he was on the top rope, they were supposed to transition into a suplex off the top rope, but he didn't hit it because for whatever reason, I couldn't remember how he fell, but it looked like something happened where there was a miscommunication, and Rollins, it was Riddle that was out of place. Riddle's was not set. Riddle wasn't set, and that caused that move to look like a botch. He did it a couple times. It was at least 2 or 3 botches in that match. Gunther versus Sheamus was amazing. It was a very good match. Hello, Kayla. Harley's more scarier than Dom. This was a great first show for Triple H era. I 100% agree. He did an impeccable job at building this show. I was highly invested. I had my emotions about it. I was mad. I was happy. I was upset. I was cheering. I was about to cry. I was like, God, just a whole set of emotions. Like, it was such a good show. It was such a good show. I was so happy that Sheamus got that standing ovation because he did so good. I really thought he was going to beat Gunther at one point during that match. So did I. Child, fuck Braun. Child. I don't think Don was going for the scary approach. I think it'll be more angry and disgruntled. He was mad Monday because he wasn't chosen to be the guy to go up against Judgment Day at Cardiff. So I kind of figured that this shit was going to go down. And Ray was trying to tell him, like, hey, this is for the betterment. We already went up against them together. We beaten them together. This is Edge's time, which he's absolutely right. They already beat them together. There was no need to do that. We don't need Braun in the WWE. Well, Triple H doesn't mind him being there, and in my opinion, they already got him there. I think the man is back in the E. They say that Eric Rowan is back in the E as well. I don't know what they're doing or who is re-signed, but I got a little bit of a rumor mill that I'll have to post for the Down for the Count reels, which I'm going to do after this live is over, and hopefully that'll help clear up some things. So be sure to look out on the Down for the Count page for that. I really wish they would have waited and did Worlds Collide tonight instead of waiting until Sunday. That way I could have got all my shit today. Not even looking like a whole meal. This was a great show. I didn't really like Alexa, Asuka, and Bianca versus Control. Their match was beautiful. The match between the two teams was solid. The ending, I was sour about. I didn't want to see Bianca pinned by Bayley, but the match itself was a good match. So I disagree on that front. I saw that coming as soon as it seemed like Ray and Edge was celebrating that win without him. I was like, oh, Lord, here he comes. He was so distant when they was in the ring. They was trying to get him to come and celebrate, and he wouldn't. And I was just like, damn. I'm like, well, this is about to happen. Maybe because it was too personal for Riddle, he couldn't focus. I highly doubt that. My mom, who has been a wrestling fan since the beginning of time, who has never seen Gunther aside from his match with, I forgot his name. Was it Ilya Dragunov, Tirza? She was even invested in that match. That match was the number one match of the night. I will argue with anybody who says that it wasn't, because it was. Stop. Husband looking like a whole meal right now. Kenny said, go eat that meal, girl. No. The mess. I probably won't be able to watch Worlds Collide. I just remember my uncle is having a cookout tomorrow. Kenny Ken, I'm sorry. I just wish they would have had Worlds Collide at 8 today rather than waiting until 4 on Sunday. I just wish they would have had Worlds Collide at 8 today. And that just would have capped off my wrestling. I probably wouldn't have no voice. But it would have capped off my wrestling for the week. Not to be full lesbian, but I couldn't stop staring at Bianca, man. Poor baby. She was just mesmerized by her beauty. Yes, Alexis, eat him up. You know, I don't know where. Let me see. It says it's in Florida. They having it at the PC. They haven't gone anywhere. They having it at the PC in Orlando. So it seemed to be, it's in the States. They just having it early in the afternoon. I imagine so they don't have to worry about the interference of watching, of people trying to watch AEW and watch NXT. They don't want to split their audience. So they're going to have Worlds Collide before AEW's All Out. And that way people can watch what they want to watch with All Out and still watch Worlds Collide, which I thought was fairly generous because they could have just went on at 8 o'clock. But I would have put them on today. Instead of even going on the same day, they would have been on the same day as Clash at the Castle. That's what I would have done. Well, football doesn't start until next week. Not with no grease. I just think Rollins' mind games best at Riddle because Rollins was in that ring bullying Riddle. I was dying laughing. Same. They do that any other time. Damn it. I'll probably just go in his living room and watch it. No. Football will be on too, I think. No, I don't think they don't come on till next week. I trust me, AJ's football expert, child. Fuck AEW. Fuck them with no grease. Oh, yeah, that's right. Baby, listen. AEW at least they're trying to give Sonny Kiss something. It looks like he's turned heel in AEW and he has a stable with him. So I'm going to see what they do with it. For Sonny's sake, I will watch that. Now she can't get it. No. What were those orange pants? So Seth Rollins' whole outfit was a play on Elton John's. It really was about Elton John. Hold on. It was about Elton John. It really, really was. Because I remember seeing it in his movie when in Rocket Man. Let me see if I can see what his original costume like so you can see hold on. Let me see if I can find the original Elton John picture. But Elton John used to wear some shit, honey. He used to come out there and would give it all. He came out there dressed as Minnie Mouse once. He did not give a damn, okay? He definitely was going out there giving the girls everything, okay? If they would show that particular outfit, let me see if I can find it. Oh, damn it. Let me see if I can find it. Is this close? That's close, but that's not it. I'm going to see if I can. What's the web file anyway? But when you watch the movie that had that was Rocket Man, you can see the outfit that they chose. Oh fuck. They didn't put it in here. But Elton John used to be that guy. He used to be out there with all types of shit on, okay? He did not care. Hold on, I'm gonna show you where he got it from. So this came from the biography movie that that they did, and that is what Seth Rollins was wearing. And shout out to Nicole because she put it in our group chat, and that's what I recognized. So the man playing Elton John in Rocket Man, his name his name is Taron Egerton, and he can really sing. He was singing in Rocket Man, but the whole outfit was inspired by Elton John. It really was. It was all inspired by Elton John's, and it was inspired by this particular outfit, this particular one. That's what he was wearing, from the glasses to the headpiece to the feathers to the whole thing. It was all about Elton John. Right? Like they were on Twitter raving about a 5-hour snooze fest. I'm sorry, don't nobody care for that much AEW for that long. It's going to be a long time. AEW's match card for All Out is massive. It's going to be huge. They're going to be watching wrestling all fucking night when it comes to AEW. They're not going to be finished until like 2:00 in the morning because it's so much shit going on. I can't get my meal. He got to go to work. Oh, she said, Alexis, girl, he better give you a sample. Not a sample. I may sound so uncultured, but what's up with the hype with Drew's theme? That was his first theme. Broken Dreams was a bop back in the day. And when Drew first came out, that's the theme he came out with. And a lot of people love Broken Dreams. That was their favorite theme song next to Randy's. Randy's, Drew's, and Cody's old theme used to be bops. Bops. They were fire. I love them. Leon Edwards was at Clash. Yeah, he was there. He was talking to Liv Morgan earlier in the night. Him, his girlfriend, it looked like it was his girlfriend or his daughter. I don't know. I don't want to mislabel nobody, but that girl looked like she was old enough to be somebody to him. I just don't know what she was. So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. Oh, we love to see that. We love to see it. Sir Elton John is all that. Okay, he looked good. Orange is my favorite color aside from black, so I thought Seth looked fabulous. I loved it. I love that. I thought that was such a fire gear concept. And he had it all the way down to the flare of the pants. I was like, go ahead, Mr. Rollins, okay? Serve these hoes. I love his old theme reappeared tonight. It was a nostalgia thing mainly. It was just good to hear and see moment for both Drew and his fans. I agree. I just catcalled him out the door. Good news, I can fit into my checkerboard shorts again. Hey. It was Curry Man from TNA. Elton John was so over the top. He still is, but on the DL. Laughing my ass off. I don't know what nobody said. I don't care what no one says about Seth. He is so fly. He dresses so fun. I have to give 10s. It truly fits his current character work. I agree. Oh, I love Edgerton. It's rumored he's going to be the new Wolverine or something like that. They're going to give him the Wolverine role. I fucking love Taron Egerton. He's such a multifaceted actor. And he has so many levels to him. Like I just like looking at him. He's a nice looking man to look at. And he can sing. When I say he can sing. Like really fucking sing. AEW is taking notes. They got a show tomorrow too. She said, gasp. Broken dreams will get you together. You uncultured swine. Just kidding. Oh, no wonder I don't remember it. I wasn't allowed to watch at the time. Oh, okay. So, yeah, that was when a young Drew was coming around. He was about half the weight that he is. And he still had all the skill and the spunk that he has now. But he was much, much smaller in muscle mass and weight. But Drew bulked up tremendously. And I fucking live for it. And I know his wife does too. Okay? Seth could do no wrong in my eyes. I agree. It warmed my heart seeing the crowd so behind Drew and Sheamus. I know that meant so much to them. I know. It just breaks my heart that they couldn't get those wins. I just wanted them to have it, especially Sheamus, because that belt has been the one belt that he has not acquired. And I feel like I just wanted him to have it. I wanted Drew to have it. I just wanted them to have it. God damn. I love Broken Dreams. He was great in Kingsman, but he didn't have the drive. He said himself that he wasn't ready, and he understood why he got fired. But he said he worked his ass off to get back to where he was. And he said, WWE, I didn't call WWE. WWE called me. And I was like, you better tell him. You better tell him, Drew. Maybe it will be a surprise to whom beats Roman. But me, I wanted to be Seth. They have unfinished business. I would not mind Seth Rollins beating Roman Reigns at all. I would not mind any of that. I thought with the strap on Seth's feet, he was wearing platforms. No. So he had kick pads on, right? But he was wearing Adidas. He was wearing orange Adidas running shoes. I know because I have a pair of those same shoes, but they're all white. He has them in all orange, and I don't know where he got them from, but I need them fucking shoes. I need them. I just wanted Sheamus's back to get better. Lay on some hot coals, sir. Oh. I wanted Sheamus to win also, but props to Gunther for giving him major props during the press conference. Yeah, I respect Gunther. I've always respected Gunther. He's a competitor through and through. And he's the type of character that you can love to hate or that you have to get behind because you can't deny what he's capable of. You know what I mean? I was so scared Seth's pants was going to come down during his match. The pants were starting to ride a little low towards the end. I was screaming, "You better pull him up!" Oh, I wasn't looking that close. I actually was watching the match, so I didn't see none of that. I didn't see none of it. I just saw a picture of young Drew when he debuted, and oh my God, he was so itty bitty compared to now. You are 100% right. When Drew McIntyre first debuted in the E, he was a very small guy. He still had the height, but he was really small. He didn't have half of the muscle mass that he has now. Compared to what he looked like now, like it's a true shocker. It's like, damn, Drew, did you eat yourself? What is this? I want y'all to see. He always had muscle and everything, but like Drew just they look like two different people almost. Hold on a second. So that's a comparison of what he looked like. He looks like himself still. It's just he's older. He's got more muscle. He just is a huge guy. And I hated Drew McIntyre back in the day because he was the chosen one. He was such a little bastard. And he would do little ignorant shit. And I detested his ass so much. I just did. I detested him so much. I was hyped for the shoes. I'm like, this motherfucker went all out and wore platforms like Elton did. But maybe Sheamus could beat Roman as a blast from the past full circle moment when Roman beat Sheamus for the WWE Championship. I highly doubt that that's what will happen. Although Sheamus has never challenged Roman for the title for his current championship reign, he's the only one who he hasn't wrestled. I don't believe he wrestled him. Did he? He let that beard grow and woo, he became a man. Okay. That's what he looked like, baby. They haven't faced off in a while. This sounds corny as hell, but we were losing our minds during this show and had so much fun. I miss watching wrestling and having it have my full attention with friends and not caring about reacting. No, it doesn't sound corny. You're absolutely correct. And I 100% agree with you. Now he looked like Jesus. No, tears up. That's okay, Mama. He's a beautiful looking man. What happened? Reach up there on that shelf up there. Hang them paper towels. On the top shelf up there. Also, I'm gonna need those orange Adidas too. Right. My fantasy booking for someone to beat Reigns for one of those belts would be Sammy. I just feel like that would be so funny and so fun, even though it's very unlikely. You know what? I would not be mad at that, but Sammy got to get out of this gimmick that he's in right now. Look at the baby. Drew McIntyre, one of Drew McIntyre's arms equal the 2 arms that he has as when he was younger. It's ridiculous. Same. I'm about to watch the replay in a minute. I wouldn't watch these shows with any other group of people. Oh, I love you too, Kenny. Not Jesus. She said Jesus. Yeah, that's what her ass said. You should have saw her face when he walked out there. Lord help her, Jesus. That's all right, Mama. We understand, baby. We understand. Now, tomorrow, if y'all not are invested in NXT, I feel bad for you because you definitely should be. Worlds Collide is tomorrow, and it's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're getting a real treat in these matches, okay? It's just going to be a solid show all around. Drew 6'5". I can believe it. Yeah. What Sammy is doing with the bloodline is currently is impeccable. He's so good and so entertaining. I think that's gonna change. They finna kick his ass out because Solo is in and they getting ready to remove him from the bloodline. I'm telling you. All right. He's 6 inches taller than me. Oh, that must be great. That must make you feel good, Tirza. Well, Alexis, that you get to look up to somebody. Child, Tirza says Sammy is doing what the Lord's work. He's doing what God has intended him to do in the bloodline, and it's amazing. Alexis said, I get to look up to a man. He's 6 inches taller than me. That makes me, and I get to look up to him, honey. This NXT show is going to go off. I 100% agree. 100%. I think Dominic did turn. He did turn his dad, but that's not. It's been the day he turned on him with that. I sent that smart. That's wow. Okay. Sorry if you said this already, but does this mean Imperium is back, or was this just for a UK thing? Sorry if it sounds dumb. It doesn't sound dumb, and I did say it already in the previous live, but I'll repeat it. So as far as Giovanni Vinci is concerned, he is not listed internally on the main roster, which to me leads me to believe that this was a one-time thing. I'm not sure, but I'm hoping that it isn't. I'm hoping against hope that they bring Gianni Vinci up and he gets to be on the main roster with Imperium because I feel like that's the best place for him. He can still be Gianni. He can still be Gianni in Imperium. And then when Imperium decides to break up, he can go and have his own solo career going after the same title that Gunther held. I would not have an issue with that. But I just don't think that Gianni works on his own as the guy in NXT. I mean, I don't care for it. It's a boring ass gimmick. It's a gimmick we've seen time and time again. He doesn't add any new layers to it. He just rests in it. And while I don't deny that he is a great wrestler, he has amazing wrestling skill and his in-ring awareness is impeccable. I will never take that from Gianni. He needs Imperium to be relevant, and that's just fair. I'm sorry, but he needs to stay with them. Y'all know I loves me a tall man. My man is 6'3", honey, and I be clapping his ass like Jack and the Beanstalk. Help a Lord. Yeah, finally, girl. I would have been clean if Roman wore all white pants. Baby, he came out there in his black. He looked good wrestling, and he did a good job in his match. I just wanted my Drew to win. That's all. That's it. I just wanted my baby to win. Y'all know what's funny? Jay used to do the same shit Sammy is doing, knocking on the doors, trying to talk to Roman. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Sammy's going to cost Roman that title. I wish he would have. Shit. I honestly see Tyler winning. Really? I don't know who could win this match at at Worlds Collide. I honestly don't know who could win. I know they're going to beat Sammy's ass and kick him out. And I'm actually sad about that. Yeah, baby, that's coming. That's coming, babe. That is coming because Jey Uso don't want him in the group anyway. It is coming. And Sammy's going to interfere and cost them matches. Ciao. Because you ain't saying nothing. You just being a fucking weirdo. I'm not talking to nobody in here, but I had to remove him because he's just a weirdo. Anyway. Also see Sammy and Kevin defeating the Usos for the tag titles. That is what I said. What live was I on? I was on a live, and I think it was a couple weeks ago, or like it was right after Monday Night Raw, I think. And I was like, you know what? I would not have a problem with Sammy and Kevin teaming back up to take the titles off of the Usos and them getting them. I would have no issues with that shit. Like, that shit was slap. I fucking love that. Tears would be reading my mind. Wasn't there 4 members of Imperium? I could have sworn there was. Yes. I believe his name was Alexander Wolf, and he was let go during the pandemic. So that's why he is no longer there. Ooh, Alexis, I would love that. And it's a better look. It really is, Don. You're 100% correct. Shout out to the Short Kings. I love y'all. Yeah, when I saw him, I was like, ooh, thick neck is back. Hey. I kind of want Tyler to win. I just haven't gotten fully on board with Braun's character work yet. I do love Braun, though. I'm okay with your decision about Tyler Bate. I like Tyler. I think Tyler's a solid wrestler. He got some big ass thighs. His thighs are bigger than Randy Orton's. I said, God damn, what the fuck? What are you eating, children? What is going on? I don't know who I would pick to win. I honestly would have no idea. I would just go with the flow. I don't care who wins. I just want a solid match from both of them. And with the quality of work we've seen from Tyler Bate and Braun Breaker, I expect nothing less than a stellar match between the two men. So I don't have any dog in this fight. I just want a decent match out of both of them. That's it. Right to the retirement home. If Mandy wins... Alexis said, if Mandy wins, I'm going to super kick HBK right to the retirement home. So it was Wolf. Thank you, Donnie. I appreciate you. It was Alexander Wolf. He was let go before 2.0, like the show right before it. Okay. Right, like, please get Mandy ass far away from NXT. If she wins tomorrow, I just can't imagine how much more intolerable she's going to become with her Chico Stick tan. Not Chico Stick, sir. Oh, my gosh. Okay. I've already made my decision when it comes to Mandy and the girls, okay? Me personally, I think this match is going to be good. But I just do not want Mandy to win. I don't care if Groucho Marx wins, and I don't care if Queen Miko wins. If Queen Miko wins, that'll be the best thing I will get out of this whole thing is Miko winning the championship and being the ultimate champion. And then if she wants to vacate and go sit her ass at home and relish in her illustrious career, then Queen Miko, you got a fan in me, baby. I will support you 100%. Just don't give it to this bitch, Mandy. Just don't do that. Just do me a solid. Do me a solid and don't give it to her because we'll never hear the end of it. We'll never hear the fucking end of it. Never. And I can't do it. I refuse. I will not watch another NXT moment with Mandy involved. I will change the fucking channel. I'm not playing. Because I just can't do it no more. I can't. She been champion for 200 plus days. And I'm just done with it. I'm just done. I will quit. I am not kidding. I will stop watching the women's matches when it involves her. I'm not going to be watching Toxic Attraction because her ass going to be out there with them. I'm not going to care about nothing that they do with her. No promos, no matches, no nothing. I refuse to watch it because I'm sick of her. I'm tired. I'm tired. I want Charlie Dempsey. Babe, he looked just like his father, and I don't find William Regal attractive, and I damn sure don't find his son attractive. I'm sorry. Some of y'all might love him. Shout kudos to you, babes. I'm happy for you. But me personally, no thanks. I'm good. Appreciate you though. I really do. Appreciate it. Cause woo, child, tired of the bullshit. I think Braun needs to win so Apollo can take it off of him. Ooh, Apollo being the undisputed NXT champion. The mess. This painting with a twist place about the Chinese restaurant is doing Nightmare Before Christmas pictures. Are you gonna go paint? Now I got a question, Alexis, and I want to know if you, because you're a Nightmare Before Christmas fan, so you know. I always thought that Tim Burton directed Nightmare Before Christmas, but he didn't. Henry Selick directed Nightmare Before Christmas, but they give Tim Burton all of the accolades for it. So I wonder why. It was produced by Tim Burton, but Henry Selick is the one who directed it. Oh. Here's a fun, surprising secret. I'm 2 days older than Tyler Bate. 2 days, babe. All right. I want Ricochet to win because I don't like Carmelo Hayes. Don't fuck it up. I tell you this right now. If Teresa Judas looking ass bitch wins tomorrow, I motherfucking quit. I'm so done with tears and her mess. She is stupid. Talk about some, put some respect on her name. In all fairness, Mandy has been champion for 200 plus days. But I'll respect you when you give me a decent match. And the only time you did that was this last match you had with Zoe. That was about as good as you're gonna get. And even in that match, you used her knee brace to take her out because she wanted to stay down. It's like every chance you get, you do something that make people go, but you didn't do it cleanly, or you couldn't do this and you didn't do that. It's like, damn, bitch, like give us something other than you an ignorant bitch. And I don't think you can do that. I just don't. I hope they pick up Isla Dawn for NXT 2.0. I'd rather her character work over the Cruella knockoff. I love Carmelo. Mandy must lose. Child, you can must all of that, but she probably won't. Regal son, yeah. Go point, do it for me. So cause I can't. Wait, he didn't? Oh my God, he does look like his daddy. He looks exactly like him. He looks exactly like his father. Spot on. From the hair, face, nose, he looks exactly like him. I hope she wins double champion Mania 2020. Dude, before I knew well he was, I keep catching a brain aneurysm trying to decipher what this Sean person is talking about. I don't know, child. I don't know. I'm not even worried about it. NBC was his brainchild. It seemed like he wrote it, but he didn't direct it. It was a story he conceived, and it was based on a poem by Tim Burton. At least that's what I'm getting from some of the TikToks I saw. But Henry Selick directed it. But they give Tim Burton a lot of credit for the direction and all of that. I put the link in the chat, so yeah, I did. I put the link in there. So if you're trying to come in, you can. Hey Tiff, this is odd timing to ask, but do you know when the anniversary for D4TC is? What? I have no fucking clue. Oh my God. I do not know what the anniversary for the podcast is. I do not remember. Honestly, do not remember. I am so sorry. And that sounds really bad, but I do not remember. I would have to go all the way back on Spotify, or rather Anchor, to see when we posted our first episode.
It was in August.
Because I honestly don't remember. And I think it passed.
It was in August.
We should have celebrated that.
Because I didn't think about it, because like I was just curious and I looked at like the Twitter and it's like, 2019. I'm like, wait a minute, we've been doing this shit for 3 years now?
Yes, our first episode was August 21st, 2019. We missed it by like 2 weeks.
Well, happy late birthday to us. Everybody gets a gift.
Should have been August.
Lay down, Odie. So okay. Tim Burton was the guy who came up with the idea for Nightmare Before Christmas. He actually got the idea. Tim Burton was the guy who came up with the idea. Is my thing echoing?
Yeah, because Marjorie is echoing.
Oh.
Continue.
Jesus.
Okay, so Tim Burton was the guy who came up with Nightmare Before Christmas. It was his brainchild. And he was at a department store somewhere, and they had Halloween decorations in one aisle, and then in the next aisle, they had Christmas decorations out. So he saw the Halloween and Christmas, and he was thinking, man, wouldn't it be weird if like Halloween and Christmas merged? So all the characters that he created, Jack and Sally and all them, he created all the characters. He actually had been using like the Jack and Sally prototype characters and a lot of his artwork that he did like back in college and stuff. So they were there, and like him and a bunch of other people came up with the idea. If you actually go watch Beetlejuice before Nightmare Before Christmas was made, when Beetlejuice rises up and as like towards the end where he looks like the carnival ride or whatever, you can actually see a little Jack Skellington sitting on top of his head.
Oh, interesting.
It's very cute. And anything that Tim Burton does, he always has like Jack's skull or some part of Nightmare Before Christmas in the movie. But yeah, if you go and you look at like all the artwork he did, I actually have an artwork that I'm currently looking at. It's like the prototype for Sally. It's not Sally, but it looks like Sally. Which is... And I got lucky because not last time, but one time we went out to LA, they had a museum exhibition about like all of Tim Burton's work. and I got to see like how he made like all the characters and stuff. But
Hold on a second. I'm trying to find a good picture of Regal's son. Uh-oh. We lost Alexis?
I believe so.
Oh, there she go. And I lost Tears.
yeah, my phone did something weird. Yeah, so he didn't direct it, but he was like creator, producer, like everything else.
Got it.
And
I was on TikTok, and they were talking about it, and I was like, I swear he was the one who directed that film, and they was like, no, it was Henry Selick who did it, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, him and Burton were like college roommates or something, or they were friends or something like that.
You learn a lot from TikTok, you know.
But here's the thing, Disney owned Nightmare Before Christmas. Well, they didn't own it, but he basically Disney screwed him out of some like with the contract. And when when it got more and more popular, because it always had a cult following, but then it got more and more mainstream, and he sued Disney and he won.
Oh shit!
As we fucking should.
I'm like, damn. Lay down, Nutty.
My eyes are watering. How do you people cut onions? I can't do it.
Wear a mask and glasses.
Cut them quick and put them in the bowl.
It was stop motion.
So get the cord and plug it up, KJ.
Weak ass side.
The cord should be over there.
They say power.
Nightmare Before Christmas was motion
My
stop
cord should be
motion.
over there. Give me that. Hold on, y'all. Hold on a second.
But now I'm getting to the point where I don't even like it anymore because it's so oversaturated.
I only watch that movie once a year.
I do too. I've watched it so much. I think it's like lost the thrill. I don't know. It's like, I say that as I got a Sally tattoo on my back shoulder, so it's like shit.
I went. Damn, I can't think of the dog's name right now as I'm looking at my dog.
Zero?
Yeah, I want him tattooed.
Kenny, have I ever showed y'all that tattoo?
I don't think so.
I'm eating.
Has anyone watched She-Hulk yet? Someone please say yes.
No.
Oh my god. Oh, that's cool.
Period.
We love to see it.
And that's what you get, Kenny.
It's a mashup of Sally and Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas with one of my other favorite movies, Breakfast at Tiffany's, with Audrey Hepburn and the cat. It's one of my favorite tattoos.
Oh.
Me and Daryl got it done on our 1-year wedding anniversary.
So sweet.
My eyes are watering.
Kenny, someone told me chew gum.
That is me. I'm chewing.
Wear a mask and wear glasses. Oh,
I
just cut them quick. Cut them quick and get them out the way.
I can't.
If they strong onions, you're gonna cry anyway. Look at her. Just a mess. Seriously said, squeeze some lemon on the cutting board. That'll help.
Really?
That's what she said.
I didn't think about that either.
Oh, y'all was talking about She-Hulk?
No.
I
said that's what they get. This is her karma.
I have no desire to watch that show. And it's no shade. I just don't want to watch it.
I'll watch it eventually.
Why are you coming in my room?
I still have to finish up Sandman.
Why are you coming in my room? You are not getting any more cookies. You just had 2. You're not getting any more. If you want a snack, go downstairs and ask Papa for what. He got peanut butter cookies down there. Ask him for one of those.
Peanut butter cookies.
All right. So we got Worlds Collide. And we have the Fatal 4-Way for the unification of the NXT and NXT UK Tag Team Championships. We got Gallus, Pretty Deadly, Briggs, and Jensen. And we got Creed Brothers from Diamond Mine. I have no idea who's going to win this match.
I say Pretty Deadly.
Really?
I think.
I don't know. I just get this weird vibe. Either they're going to retain or Pretty Deadly's going to win.
You gotta be specific. The Creed brothers are retaining.
You think they're going to win, Don? Don's giving it to the Creed Brothers.
Team cousin fucker, as Nicole says it.
Clean, Pretty Deadly.
You got Gallus, Creed Brothers, Pretty Deadly, and Briggs and Jensen. I know for a fact that Briggs and Jensen aren't winning shit.
Gallus sounds like a dental problem.
What?
Yeah,
So I know Pretty Deadly's from the UK, but what's the other team for the UK?
I didn't play anything. Hold on a second.
I didn't ate. I need some water to make sure I don't have diabetes.
Look, Thea Priestley could win tomorrow. I don't give a fuck who wins as long as it's not Mandy.
That is true. I agree.
Mandate.
I'm so tired because people are like, there's always the creepy Stan accounts where they're just like, oh, they're like trying to
batteries.
They're trying to compare Mandy's reign to like Asuka or Sasha's or Bailey's or Bliss's. I'm like, no, we ain't gonna do that.
It is not the same.
I'd be like, get the fuck out.
They're Stan accounts.
Bro, they go say all that stuff.
They do. Delusion.
Okay, so who we picking for Worlds Collide for the tag team championships again?
Team cousin fucker.
Oh.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God.
Ma'am. This is a ladies.
What, baby?
Why would you say it like that?
Right.
That's how Nicole says it. Team cousin fucker.
You can play the Switch.
I
I mean, the Xbox if you want. But the tablet isn't charged.
This is a scratch? Oh, no, it's not a scratch.
You can play the PlayStation if you want to. Jungle isn't playing it. But it's up to you.
What
You
happened?
can do Xbox because the Xbox has Saints Row on it. Well, you can play the Xbox. You can do Fortnite on your Xbox if you want. I know you can play Fortnite on your uncle's PlayStation, but I'm not sure if he's playing something on there or not. He may not be. But I'll wait and see till you log in.
Code. Yeah.
Okay, so Alexis is picking. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. Nicole said she was knocked out.
She went to sleep after the show.
That's what she said.
Damn.
She had got out Zoom that she needed to charge her phone.
Team cousin fucker. I'm telling you.
Not cousin fuckers. Please stop it. Stop it.
I mean,
Alexis is picking Briggs and Jensen.
Brooks and Dunn.
Donnie, who you got?
It's a hazard.
I'm thinking between Pretty Deadly or the Creed brothers.
He's going with the Creed brothers or Pretty Deadly. All right, Marjorie, do you know? Have you been watching NXT? I'm pretty sure you haven't.
I watch clips on YouTube. I don't watch the full thing.
You don't watch it? Okay, so who are you gonna pick, love?
I guess Diamond Mine.
You're gonna pick Diamond Mine. Okay.
Yeah.
Byron picked Pretty Deadly. Kenny said Gallus or the Creed brothers.
I can see Gallus.
Alexis said who? Well, okay. So Breeze and Jensen are in the far right with the NXT UK tag team titles. Okay. Alexis is picking them, and she calls them the cousin fuckers.
Okay, from Nicole.
I mean,
Because Nicole calls them that.
and I said, unfortunately, Five looks like the cousin.
Please stop. Please.
I'm just saying.
Okay. And then Kenny said, girl, you know damn well he ain't watching unless their name is Ricochet or Rollins.
Well, Kenny, you ain't right. I mean, you right. You right, Kenny. You right. You right.
Back, he really glued.
Kenny.
Well, I'm gonna watch it because I know Ricochet gonna be on it.
Tears said they look like they fucked their cousins and their sisters on the weekend. Tears, do not encourage it. Tears,
please, can y'all like just bring the jokes down just a little bit?
No.
We're moving on to the next one because I can't with y'all.
Love us though.
Carmelo Hayes is the North American champion, and Ricochet done brought his bald-headed ass all the way back to NXT.
I know who mine is picking on this one.
Because he dropped the IC championship, and he like, no, fuck that. I'm going back to NXT. See if I can get me another one. So he going after Carmelo Hayes. Since Carmelo Hayes didn't have no challengers, he cut a very decent promo. And for the other part of that promo, he told the truth. He did unify the North American Championship and the Cruiserweight title. So he's already light years ahead of where they are right now. He also has blown through everybody in the mid-card division just about, with the exception of maybe Apollo Crews, if Apollo was to work in the mid-card division. With all that being said, it's now Ricochet versus Carmelo Hayes. All right? A lot of things in the item block are just free.
I'm going to go with Carmelo.
So who is your pick? Alexis, she picks Carmelo.
Carmelo.
Ricochet.
But I'm going to throw something in there. I think it's going to be a good match. Carmelo's only going to win because I can't think of the guy who comes out with him. Trick, is that his name?
Yeah, that's his name.
Okay. I think it's just because they're going to have a great match, and I think some bullshit's going to happen that Trick's going to get involved and cause Carmelo to win.
Why is Ricochet bald by choice? He can grow his hair out.
Ricochet because he's bald.
Ricochet is bald by choice. He's not bald because he's balding. He just don't want to wear his hair.
I don't know. He seemed pretty offended when they asked him about it.
They asked him now on fucking Instagram Live why you bald.
Why you bald? He said,
why you ugly?
I mean, that's a good question. Like, why the fuck are you asking me that? That's stupid.
I was like, oh God.
I know who mine is
what
taking.
He said on Twitter. He said, why is he bald? He picking at him because of that live he did where somebody asked him if he was bald, why he was bald, and he just asked him why they was ugly.
That's gonna be weird.
He was so mad by that. He was so triggered. He was like, bitch.
And they were like, why are you bald? None of your
why your mama ugly?
Like I said, Carmelo gives me little dick energy. I've seen Carmelo clap back at people who've been on Twitter who be asking him stuff. He'll answer the question honestly. And he be having a little shade when he answered questions. I haven't seen him do nothing egregious. I just think he get you're a champ and you've been blowing through everybody. You on Twitter, you popping. He got a little attitude because he got a little swag. So I give him a little leeway as long as he don't step out of line too many times.
He
I
said,
give him a little bit.
he
Nah.
said, who's next? Somebody was like, if only I could dream of an opponent. He said, hell no.
Oh, I agree. Shit.
Hell no. Out of here with that
Ricochet.
weak shit.
Hiram picks Ricochet. Who you got, Don?
I want to say Ricochet, but I'm gonna go Carmelo.
Tay said I'm gonna go Carmelo only because I don't want Ricochet to move back to NXT. I think he would fare well back in NXT if you're gonna be honest.
Look what he did with
I
Apollo.
think he would too.
He looked better ball. He does look better ball because I seen him with hair and no.
Okay, it's not giving drip.
No, he look a mess with hair.
He look like
He look like he be peeping in people's windows when he got hair.
He look like a dark
shit.
Adrian Neville. That's what he gonna look like.
Facts. I'm sorry, Ricochet with hair that's very, very accurate. It's like, child, I don't know who cooter you came from, but you might want to go back. Not listen, about Mello, I'm for the motion of the ocean. What the fuck does that mean?
It's got the stroke game.
Nigga, what?
He got a small dick.
Oh.
We don't know what his dick look like, and I'm be honest.
Today,
I'm not trying to figure it out.
No, but we all know what Ricochet's butthole looks like.
It's a beautiful sight. It's a beautiful day in the name.
Why, Alexis? Just why? Why?
Because I can. That's why.
She said we done seen enough of his ass. We done seen.
People tripping. I'm sending out non-disclosures. I don't care if it's gonna be physical, it's gonna be digital. I will fax that shit to your job.
Child, him and Austin Theory. I
don't want to. Look, the butthole is not attractive to me. Like, and Austin Theory looks like a child, so like him and Sammy Guevara kind of look alike.
Ew, no, they don't.
Don't do that.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
do to me.
Sammy Guevara looks like a bird with
like
teeth.
a dry fish.
That is not what Austin Theory looks like.
Don't do.
I will not say that. I will not. I won't say it. Oh, No Limits is going with Mello too. She said it's giving stiff. Icy Brazy said Mello. Ricochet with hair is giving me step on my balls, please, mistress. Kenny!
Please.
Kenny! Please, Kenny.
Jokes down.
Kenny, please.
She's right up there with Corey.
She said Carmelo gives very much baby dick. She said, don't disrespect Mr. Rogers like that.
It was. I liked the video. I thought the chicken was lovely.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord, I finally got that Austin image burned out of my head until just now. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
If I had to be scarred by it, so does everybody else.
Hell yeah, because
it was a little fan page posted it. He blocked him.
Oh,
he was like, "OMG, he blocked me." I'm like, duh, bitch.
Hell no, Austin Theory is attractive. Sammy looked like he ran face first into a brick wall.
Okay, Sammy like he's dying.
Tears of please. I came with y'all today.
Look, we all better because Drew didn't win, okay? That's why we taking it out on everybody right now.
We just laugh about how every time he try to cash in, he get his ass.
Yeah. Knock the fuck out by Tyson Fury. It was so random that Tyson just like punched him, and I'm like, not that I'm not grateful for that, but this is very weird.
It's a bit.
Bitch, not today.
I love it. I thought it was hilarious. Okay, so most of y'all are voting for Carmelo to win. I honestly don't know. They could swerve us like they did Dolph and Bryan and give it to Ricochet.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. But we'll just have to wait and see tomorrow. We got the tag team girls. I want Nikki and Piper to win. I've said why.
Period.
I just want Nikki and Piper to win, and more than likely these two boring bitches is gonna keep it. And I'm so
Okay.
disappointed.
So I have a question. Why are they there?
So they had a pay-per-view, obviously. And the titles are unified, but there was no title to unify for the women in NXT UK. And there's no tag teams in NXT UK. And just like the North American Championship with Ricochet, they needed to be contested. Those girls did not compete at Heat Wave, I don't think.
No, I don't
They
think so.
hadn't competed since they won the titles.
Yeah, they haven't competed since they won the championships.
All they did
So
is
they
look like a good.
needed to defend them. And since it's a Worlds Collide pay-per-view, it makes sense to have Piper and Nikki be down there competing for the titles, then have them go up against a team that is in NXT already.
I'm gonna go with Team Sleepy Bitches because Nikki and Piper need to be going for the main roster titles, not be back in NXT.
I don't mind them being in NXT either. I think that just like Mandy, while I hate Mandy did do something that Raquel was not capable of doing. Raquel had the belt, and we just hated Raquel having it. But you are invested in getting that title off of Mandy, and that's one thing she did do. So I will give her credit in that regard. The difference between Raquel and Mandy is that Raquel actually gave you quality in her matches. Whether she was going up against Io Shirai or it be Dakota Kai, they were good, solid matches. You can go back and watch them and be like, that was fire. She had a match with Ember. It was a decent match. Won't take that from her. But Mandy's matches don't be fun to watch, and you don't care. All you care about is her losing. You want her to lose because you can't stand her. I can't stand her. Some of y'all like her. Some of y'all have come around to her being able to tolerate the bitch. I don't.
What does tolerate mean? Because I don't think I have that.
Girl.
Oh, I got tired. I'm
Don
like,
got
Nikki
it.
Bella's.
What Don do? That's tolerating.
I said Nikki Bella's reign was better than this because this is getting ridiculous.
And that's saying a lot.
I'm gonna save my Mandy trash talk for when that picture shows up. So, Tiff, are we recording tonight?
No.
I thought we were recording tonight.
We should.
No, I didn't think we was.
I thought we were.
I was supposed to record with Don Friday. For his for your spot, for your segment. I fucking forgot.
Why you say you said like it was my fault?
Cause no, I wasn't blaming you. I had just remembered. I'm like, I was supposed to record with him Friday because we recorded Thursday to do the Nerd Talk, and I still have to post that.
We recorded Thursday to talk about the Nerd Corner in Saints Row, but then Janae had to get on there and start acting a fool on her fucking Tinder pictures and shit, and I fucking left.
When y'all hear that,
let's fuck this. I'm out.
I don't got time for
it
this.
was such a mess. Okay, Don, who you picking in the girls' tag team?
I'm gonna go Nikki and D-Drop. They definitely deserve a win, whereas Quagmire and Casey.
Not Quagmire.
I was happy that they won, but they're not doing anything. They just walking up to people like, "Oh, you make a good opponent. We'll look into that." Bitch, look into what? What are you doing? But I think it was because that since the trumpet girls they ain't vaccinated, they had to throw in toxic attraction because I feel like that's what they was gonna do and run that story until Mandy actually lost the title and then call them up.
Yeah.
But things happen. So here we are looking at these bitches looking crazy.
You say, hey, All
think
right,
they
Don.
won.
Marjorie, you got a pick, or you don't know?
Any team that Casey ain't on, or the long chain girl.
I'll pick the main roster girls.
Yeah,
Okay.
he don't like Crimson either.
Tirza wants Nikki and Piper to win as well. Kenny
Period.
said, I'm gonna go with dropping Nikki. Something tells me Toxic is gonna cost the dancing bitches. Hyder said, watch Mandy wrestle feels like torture. It's not torturous
It's
because
not
you see
such.
glimpses.
Just give
You
us
see
some.
glimpses of her doing okay in the match. It's just it's not interesting enough for me to keep me focused. If that makes sense. I just don't care. I'm just
It's
like, please just whoop
giving.
her ass so I can go home.
It's giving
I'm
Alexa Bliss 2018.
We got
right.
shit to do.
Right.
That's
I'm
whole
going
kick.
Nikki and Piper. I feel like as a more seasoned team, they can help the NXT roster, tag roster, better than the other two. That is exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they should have. That's what they should do. I picked Ninja Warrior and Cadence. Child.
Oh, okay.
He
If you look at Dewdrop. I'm not saying that Casey and Quagmire are them girls.
Stop calling that girl Quagmire, please.
It is what it is. But like Dewdrop is big. She is gonna flatline them hoes. And then Nikki is gonna out wrestle them.
Yeah, she will.
So like be realistic. Stop thinking with your heart.
All right, we got the triple threat for the women's NXT Women's Championship.
Miko!
She
The
picked
only answer.
Donnie, I know who he gonna say.
Don, I'm gonna hurt you if you say Mandy.
He ain't gonna say her.
No. We're gonna have to go to Blair DSL.
Yeah, that's who he going with.
Because you just gotta
Marjorie, do you have a pick?
beforehand.
And the woman in the middle looked like she worked at Hot Topics.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect Hot Topic workers like that. They are going through things. This bitch has been through nothing.
She had a fuck Will Ospreay.
She chose to do that.
That was by choice. She didn't
That
have
was
to.
not. Didn't nobody have a gun in the back of her head?
Right. Right. She chose to do that. Okay.
Can I go off on a tangent real quick?
Yeah.
Like,
go ahead.
super quick. It's not gonna be a long one. Mandy cannot win. She cannot win, and here's why. People are already shitting on NXT as a whole, right? People are shitting on this pay-per-view because they're mad that NXT UK is no longer there, but at the same time, none of these people have been watching 2.0 or UK for whatever reason, one way or another. I couldn't watch it I didn't watch it because I always forgot what time it came on, and I always had stuff to do during the day, and Nicole can yell at me later for it. If Mandy beats, I'm calling her Bea Priestley because that's the only way I know her. If she beats Bea Priestley and Miko, and she becomes champion on both of them, that is going to be a PR shitstorm because people are already crapping on Mandy. They are tired of it. Like, except these stupid stands who are making fan accounts trying to compare her run to like Asuka, her NXT Asuka, Sasha, Bayley, Bliss, like anybody who held the title for like long period of time, Shayna. They're trying to compare her to them, and it's like, no, she's not doing it. And you're looking at this talent right here. Take everything away that I say about Bea Priestley, okay? The bitch can wrestle. Miko, huh?
She can wrestle. I agree.
Bea Priestley can wrestle, and that's the only nice thing you will ever hear me say about Bea Priestley. Miko is a fucking queen. Like, I swear she was an empress in a past life. The way she carries herself, she's so regal, she's so clean. She's never had one bad match in NXT UK. Look at those two, and then look at Mandy. Mandy looks like she does not belong there.
I'm sorry.
I'm not even saying it to be mean, but look at it. Like, there's no, like, Bea Priestley is a multiple time champion in her own right. Miko, multiple time champion in her own right. Mandy is a pet project that they keep trying to do over and over again. Because we've talked about this on the show, Tiff. As soon as Mandy goes back up to the main roster and she has not improved, people are going to see through her so damn fast, just like the first time around.
She needs to be a powerhouse. Period.
All she's going to do is try to get sneaky pins on Bia or Miko. And Nicola says she thinks Blair is going to pin Miko, or she's going to play. So, those two can have a feud, or she's going to pin Mandy. There's no way in hell you're going to have two great women wrestlers like Bia Priestley and Miko lose to Mandy fucking Rose.
I mean,
but can you imagine how pissed people would be if that happened?
She beat Io and Alba Fire.
That's true.
That's true, but that's like a whole different. I feel like that's a whole different type of like ball game.
Oh, hey Nicole, I didn't know you were in here.
The stakes are up.
Oh.
The stakes are. And that bitch will lose.
Mandy
am standing by.
A narcissistic individual. There's nothing there that captivates you with her being the face of the NXT women's roster. I give Mandy a lot of shit. I truly do. But one thing I will not take from her is that she does have the ability to make you invest it, even if it's just for her to lose. I said it earlier and I'll say it again. She does do that. That's a skill, whether you like it or not. It's a skill that a lot of heels lack. That is something that she has. But where I have an issue with Mandy is that even when she goes over clean, it's like, what the fuck was that? You're not sitting here like Mandy's had a decent match. The only one that she had that I actually liked, that she did well in, was her match with Zoe. She dominated Zoe from the time she got her down all the way to the end of the match. She dominated, which is the way it should have been. I'm not saying that's how she should be in every match, but Mandy always looked like she's scared to wrestle or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you just be like, girl, what the fuck is you doing? Are you present? Hello?
She's so nice. She don't want to hurt nobody. I'm like,
right,
bitch,
like,
fuck
girl,
these bitches
no,
up.
you can't.
Then you in the wrong profession. Then you in the wrong fucking profession.
Wrestling like that. You can't be no heel wrestling like that. And then I could even vibe with it if she wasn't the champion. Mandy is the champion of the show. She's got the top belt for the women on that entire show. And you wrestling like you at the bottom trying to work your way up.
And your counterparts wrestling better than you.
You got girls on this roster who haven't even been wrestling in long enough time. Like, they have not even had careers long enough. Or what am I trying to fucking say here? You have girls on NXT who have not even been in the business as long as Mandy Rose, but they're there busting their ass and putting on solid fucking matches. You've been in WWE for almost 5 fucking years, woman. What the hell are you doing?
I expect more. Now, I will say she's improved from where she was, but that improvement is minor. I just expect better. I expect better from her because I know she can give better. I'm not shitting on her. We're talking outside of kayfabe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Heel work wise, I don't have a problem with her heel work. I don't like her. So she's doing her fucking job. I am not mad about her heel work. I'm pissed because she giving in mediocre work in the damn ring and then mad because nobody put no respect on your name. Bitch, I'm not going to respect nothing you giving if it's shit.
Damn.
I'm not gonna do that.
Tell me how you really feel. Shit.
Fuck out of here.
No, we've talked about this ever since she popped back up in NXT because we were all like, okay, she can go here, and then she starts Toxic Attraction, and then it's just like it's the same old thing over and over again.
That's the best thing she's done is for Toxic
Attraction.
Which, you know what, in hindsight, this is gonna sound crazy. I'm okay with.
I agree.
I'm okay with it because it's like if that's like the only like quote unquote substantial thing you've done, I'm okay with it because I love factions and we have enough women factions, true factions, and this is not just in a WWE but in general. So like I'm like honestly, if this is all that been able to do in your quote unquote title reign, then just go right ahead. She's not walking out of there with the title, and she should not. And my dark horse, in my opinion, and this is what I've been saying, and that's why I said to Terry, and Terry was like, what? Was I believe Blair is winning.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what Donnie was saying. So
And
Nicole has Blair.
I think she's winning. And I'd be okay with that because, again, everyone should know I do not like that girl, but she is a phenomenal fucking wrestler.
She is.
She's a phenomenal wrestler. She's a dumb bitch, but that dumb bitch can't wrestle. So you know what? What the fuck do I know?
No, I said the same thing.
Okay, No Limit said they're gonna go with Blair. I just have a feeling they're giving Blair the win and having her pin Mandy.
And good.
Pin Tears Mandy said, "What does DSL stand for? Dick sucking lips."
Dick sucking lips. Yeah, that bitch got dick sucking lips.
How'd you not know that, sis?
Because Don called Blair DSL, and she just wanted to know what that was.
Dick sucking lip or dick sucking lips.
Oh shit! I picked Queen Miko over Skunk Hair and Teresa. Honestly, I like Bea Priestley. I mean, I like her hair. I don't have a problem with her money piece. I think her hair is fire, but her and her flappy kick tags get on my goddamn nerves. She gets on my nerves.
And you know what? I'm not even waiting for the main roster. You put Mandy next to these two women, they're gonna just fucking show off. They're gonna just fucking show off.
I agree. I think this match would have popped more if Kaylee Ray would have been the current champion currently. If Kaylee Ray was in this match instead of Mandy, I wouldn't know who would win. I wouldn't have no choice.
Jesus.
She's too focused on looking good. Tirza said even Trish Stratus, who was marketed as a bombshell, was taking chair shots and doing all types of crazy shit. This is true. Yeah, Mandy having the championship isn't necessarily my problem. It's just her keeping it this long. She's overall pretty boring as a dominant champion. You said it, not me.
We are all surprised that you laughed at this one.
I'm going to go with Mandy. Of course. I think her NXT repackaging was a smart decision. I just could care less about her now. I feel like her time has run its course in NXT. I agree. But she did what she was supposed to do. I'm not shitting on what she did and came there to accomplish. That I saw, I recognize, and I give her props for. Because like I said, any heel who is walking around and people are like in love with them and not booing them, they're doing something fucking wrong. They're doing something wrong. Okay? They're doing something wrong. You are supposed to be hated one way or another. You can have it so that people are like, I respect what you're doing, but I just don't fucking like them. That should be the consensus across the board. That bitch did that. So I give her a props because I can't fucking stand her and I want her to go down immediately.
That's the thing of a good heel. Like when they lose, whether you like the person who beats them or you hate that person too, the person you hate the most, they lose, you are fucking jumping up and screaming and just going off. And then you can go back, then you can go to hate that person. But that's besides the point.
Like mostly everybody can't stand Corbin. Most people hate fucking Corbin. And Friday, somebody came and picked Corbin up in a car and they left. I heard them talk. It sounded like JBL did. And I was like, oh my God.
I know we're talking about Worlds Collide, but I'm terrified Theory might have a successful cash in now.
What?
I'm horrified. I'm very, very scared now.
But if he do, I don't.
Because he can't have this many random. This is the second or third fail.
It's the second fail.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
It was JBL. I figured it was. Tirza said she got it. DSL is my middle name. Tirza, please. Please, Tirza.
Here, so this is a PG-13 live.
It's not, but damn. She didn't have to go there. It's like that knee
Period.
she has on some occasions. It's like I like the knee that she has on some occasions, but in this match, she has the weakest finisher. It would be so unbelievable if she beats one of them with it.
Mm-hmm.
She
I
drew the
feel
better
like
roses.
now that we're talking about it, it could very well go in her favor. And when it does, all hell is gonna break loose. I'm just gonna reserve it and say I hope the bitch don't get it because I will never hear the end of it. And I'm not playing. I'm not watching it. If she bring her ass to NXT next Tuesday and she got both of them titles, I'm turning the channel. I'm not watching it. I'm not doing it. I gotta worry about my mental health. You're not gonna subject me to that bullshit. It's not happening. She said it is JBL. You couldn't tell by the horns on the car. I didn't see any horns. When I saw Baron Corbin, he was looking in the car. They were pointing towards the back. And then when I looked up again, he was in the car and the car was pulling off. I didn't see the front of it. So I didn't know that it was him. But Nicole picked Blair. Donnie picked Blair. Alexis is going with Miko. And Marjorie, you got to pick?
Yeah, I said the woman in the middle of the election where I
You're going to pick Blair. Okay. And then in the comments, we got one vote for Mandy. Tirza picked Miko. King picked Miko. Hiram picked Miko. Kenny just said anybody who ain't Mandy.
That's the best way to do it, honestly.
Anybody who ain't Mandy. Oh, and Kayla's going with Miko. It seemed like it's a lock between Blair and Miko. Ain't nobody picking Mandy except for Icy. You know what? That shit might go down too. That's fucked up. It's fucked up. The final match is gonna be Tyler Bate and Brian Breaker.
This one's gonna be hard.
Nika picked Blair as well. Okay, I don't know who to pick in this match.
I know.
I love Tyler. I think Tyler is great, and I like Brian Breaker, but I don't have a pick. Donnie, who you got?
I say Brian, so Apollo can take it off of Brian.
We got a deadlock. We got No Limits picks Tyler. Donnie picks Brian. Nicole, who you pick?
Oh, I'm having such a hard time with this. I want it to be Tyler.
Ooh, the chat is going heavy on Tyler.
What?
I want it to be Tyler, but also this is my thing. My choice is going to have some factors.
He's right. You don't know what white rice look like?
It might. It depends on who wins. Obviously, the women's match is probably going to go before them, which is fine. I don't know.
It's a hard one.
I want it to be Tyler. I think it might be Braun because I feel like we need someone from regular NXT to win something. Because I don't think someone from NXT UK is going to win in a tag bout. I think someone from NXT UK is going to win from the tag tournament. And
so you think it's going to be between Pretty Deadly and Gallus that gets the championship?
I think it's going to be. I want Pretty Deadly. I think it's going to be Gallus.
Oh, Nicole picks Gallus in the tag team tournament. Okay.
I want it to be Pretty Deadly, but I think it's going to be Gallus.
Okay, I can understand that. Tirza said, I haven't seen any of Tyler's matches, so I'm going to go with Braun. Tyler Bate is a monster. It's the best way to explain it. Him and them thighs got to go, okay? They got to go. Kitty said, either or for me, I just know this is going to be a solid match. That I agree with. No Limit said, I wouldn't be too mad at either winning. I just feel kind of in between Braun unifying the championships in my head. I'm stuck because both of them would be good candidates to unify those titles. And Tyler Bate, him starting in NXT UK with the title, leaving NXT UK with the title, and then unifying the titles, that is stellar. But then Braun Breaker is the one who ushered NXT 2.0 in. He's been a solid champion ever since. He lost it once and got it back. He's a 2-time NXT champion.
I know.
So,
but also, I know Terry and I talked about this too because we were talking about like his title reign so far. How's it not being as good as his first one? And it's not necessarily any fault to him. Is that he hasn't had good opponent. He hasn't had good enough opponents.
I agree.
And so I was like, hopefully they can set up Mello versus him.
He would have to drop the championship.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, if I will be Braun, I'm okay with Braun Breaker winning if he drops to Mello. But that means Mello will have to lose
to Ricochet.
Which honestly I'm okay with. Because again, that's someone that's quote unquote worthy.
True.
Mello dropping that too.
So Nicole is got an asterisk in the North American Championship match.
That's about
as long as Carmelo's being built to go after the big one, she's okay with Ricochet being in North American champion again.
Sorry for my asterisk for being so long.
It's all right. That actually makes sense. I don't have a problem with that. Tirza, she also picked Ricochet in the beginning. I don't know who's gonna win that match, but I have a strong inkling that Mello could win. Nika picks Braun. Kayla said, on one hand, I want my man to win. But I like Tyler Bate, so I'm torn. Tir said, I also say Braun because if I was him, I wouldn't want Ciampa after me if I lose. Because that pep talk, he came scared me.
Can we talk about the pep talks? Because we didn't do that with the women. Because you had, when Miko showed up, you had Alba Fire there, and she was like, that looks good on you. And she goes, yeah, I know. Like it was kind of like a sign of respect. But then Shayna's back there, and she told Mandy, you fuck this up, everyone's going to hate you more than they already do.
She said everything you said up until this point going to be garbage. And I was like, motherfucking thanks.
Yeah, I loved Miko's and that was a great point, Alexis, because I love Miko's and Alba's interaction because she was like, I won that from a great champion. I was like, that's very nice. I love that. And I like Rhea's little pep talk to Blair because she was like, you had a chance to do something, historical. I did something historical, but she's like, which is a little bit more important. But you do you have a chance to do something.
Oh, I didn't know Rhea talked to Blair.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. Blair was talking to Mackenzie, and Rhea came up to her and was just like, I was in UK, I dominated, I left there and came to NXT and dominated, and now you have an opportunity to make a name for yourself. You have an opportunity to do something historical. And she told her, don't fuck it up.
So then Shayna tells Mandy, if you fuck up, everyone's gonna hate you. I don't know who to pick in this. I really don't.
I love Tyler versus Pete at the one NXT TakeOver match. I think that would be a good match to watch if you want. Tirza, they making a suggestion for you to watch one of the takeovers that Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne had. I would recommend you watch one of his matches too.
They had two. I don't even know if they have, because they won. Was that a takeover?
I think so.
Yes, it was a takeover when they were to figure out their first UK championship. I'm hoping that's on there. I don't know if that's on there. So I remember.
It might be. You have to look.
Yeah, you would have to like really, really, really look for both of them.
NXT,
And that's pretty far back.
Yeah, NXT UK is no more. So that is why this is Worlds Collides pay-per-view is happening. Next year in 2023, NXT Europe is going to start, which I believe a lot of those people that got released are probably going to pop up in NXT Europe at some point. But they had to formally release them from NXT UK. Some people might not go back and some people might go back. It really depends on what WWE wants and the superstars. But that is why NXT UK is being, and they're having these matches and it seems like they're being taken down because they're no longer operating under the NXT UK banner. It's just like when War Games came around and they had NXT Black and Gold versus NXT 2.0. It's the same instance. The only difference is there was no titles to unify.
So statistically speaking, Tyler Bate has more. This is about when I'm doing stats homework and thinking about this. I mean, statistically, Tyler Bates probably got more of an edge to win over Braun Breaker, but Breaker's also the guy for NXT 2K or NXT 2K. That's what I'm calling it from now on. Shit, I don't know. I can I get a pass?
Yeah. I'm not
choosing not to pick, not to choose. This is just actually
it's hard. It's
statistically speaking, Tyler Bates should be the guy who wins. But Braun Breaker, oh my god, statistics finally fucking make sense. Okay. Braun Breaker is the experiment. The experiment is a researcher deliberately applies a treatment before observing the responses. Braun's been put through the microscope lately, ever since 2K, NXT 2.0, 2K, whatever, launched. He has been the guy to watch. He is the one who's been carrying it, right? He's the guy. Taylor Bate has been the guy for NXT UK. Statistically speaking, Tyler Bate should be the one who wins, but you put in all the other titles because you don't figure out Carmelo or anything like that. But if you look at the women's title and the tag titles, that's where it comes into play. Those are the wild cards. Nicole, you finally made statistics make sense for me.
Oh,
I love that for me.
Thank you. I love you.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, you are. Yeah, it is. Statistically, it should be Tyler Bate because and also not only because of like all his matches that he's won, but if you also like break it down, even though obviously we know, Tyler Bate is a short king, he statistically as a wrestler, Braun Breaker has nothing that he cannot overcome.
Right. Because everything they've thrown at him, okay, did he win that back after WrestleMania? Because I know him and Dolph married. I know him and Dolph wrestled after Mania, right? On that Raw?
Yeah, he won it at that Raw, I believe.
Yeah, he won it at Raw after WrestleMania because he didn't beat Dolph at the TakeOver before Mania. Mania was what, back in April?
So he's had this for a minute.
May, June, July, August, September. Hold on. So March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So about, let's say 5 3/4 months. Well, we'll say month because I think it's, I don't know, but this is hard. And they're both good. This is going to be a great match. It's not going to be phoned in.
What? I'm sorry to bring down the mood, but I just wanted to say how important it is to teach empathy and school safety. On Friday, there were 2 school shootings, one being a 9th grader and the other being an 11th grader, both passed. I just want to let everyone know to please teach safety about school. That is very, very sad. I'm at the point now where, and it's unfortunate, but it just feels normal all the time because it keeps happening, and they won't do anything about it. That's unfortunately now they're capitalizing off of it because they're selling Kevlar backpack shields. These moms are buying Kevlar backpack shields, blood packs, so the kids can fake like they did and they won't get shot.
Can we change the subject, please? Like, I know that sounds really shitty, but like,
No.
please, like, because I have a 7-year-old, and I really, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, actually, I think I'm gonna go because I do have homework to do. But I will catch you guys tomorrow. Okay.
Bye, Lexi.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Bye, Alexis. What is Maj doing? He's been on mute for how long?
I put him on mute because he keeps talking to other people and it crosses into the conversation.
Mm-mm-mm.
So, was that the whole card?
Wait, I was on mute the entire time.
Yeah, you were
because you
probably
had other
talking,
people
but
in the
you were on
Oh,
background.
shit, I was answering a question. I was like, oh shit. Oh my bad. I thought I was.
Did you do the all out card? Are you going to do the all out card? You don't
I
have
did
to.
not do all out. I didn't do all out.
You know what? I will give them this. They got matching. They got moving match cards.
Wait, what?
Of course, they have moving match cards for some of the matches. I was like, okay.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Wow.
I don't care. I don't care where they come from. I love moving match cards. That was a thing that I was very, very. That was a weird thing that I always complained about how people needed to bring back.
I like the new moving match cards.
I do
They're
too. And they actually looked decent. I said, look at them. My only complaint was that as of last time I saw, the Jungle Boy and Christian match did not have one. And that's the match I'm most looking forward to.
Mm.
That'd probably be one of 3 matches I'm watching, honestly.
Your suckers are going down. You are going down. Yes, sir. I gotta go out there and get him. Are you kidding me? RTA died. No. Holy.
KJ, relax. Okay. If you're watching All Out tomorrow, there's a lot. I'm just gonna do the main match card for some people who watch it. I know that's not Tears' favorite place, so it's okay, Tears, if you want to bow out. So let's start at the bottom. You got House of Black versus Darby Allin, Sting, and Miro. I just want House of Black to win. I don't give a shit about Sting.
Oh, my phone
He
is.
needs to take a seat. He's too old to be doing all this
I
shit.
don't care.
I want House of Black to win too.
House of Black.
I'd rather have House of Black win that. You got Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs. From what I hear and what I saw, they seem Powerhouse is the antagonist in this particular match. He's the heel, and Starks is kind of the anti-hero. Hobbs turned on Starks, so
like a little bitch she is.
Ooh,
damn.
I'm not really the biggest fan of Powerhouse Hobbs, but I do respect what he brings to the table. He is a powerhouse. What he says to be is true. Hold on a second. I seen the Brit one. I thought it was cool for them. Bad Bunny could be coming back again, and Triple H talked to see what's available. Where are you getting that from? Thank you, Jesus. The power done came back on. Well, good for you, babe. No, they haven't talked yet. Triple H said they're scheduled to have a conversation. Is that true? Aleister Black requested his release. From my understanding, Aleister Black is unhappy with his booking. And given the fact that when House of Black was formed, it was widely popular, I expected them to do something with it, and they didn't. And that could be the reason why he's unhappy. Aleister Black has signed a 5-year deal with AEW. Even if he's unhappy, Tony Khan's not going to let him out of that contract. He isn't going anywhere. He's stuck.
My thing is also, if he does not, and we find out that this is real, and he did not release him out of his contract, I don't want to hear a fucking word. Actually,
I agree.
No, I do want to hear a word. I want to hear all that hooping and hollering that y'all were doing for everyone else.
I mean, she's got a point. When it was Vince, it was, Vince is a monster. But when it's Tony Khan, they make excuses. No, he's doing the same thing. He's just doing it differently. He's not going to let them out of the contract, even if they request it. I know that for sure he's not re-signing Bobby Fish. Bobby Fish is out. More than likely, Kyle O'Reilly is not going to stick around. He's going to be out for a whole year.
He got too many people on that roster. He got way too many people.
Well, AEW has two. For AEW has too many people. AEW, even with them bringing back these people that were released at WWE, AEW still has more people on their roster.
They do.
They don't try, and they literally use maybe, someone had a really great statistic about it, and they literally maybe use 20 to 30% of their roster.
I have to agree. That is the truth. And you know what's bad about it is that they did all of this. They did all these signings to maintain their footing in the ratings. And while some of those signings worked out, which with CM Punk, Moxley, and some of the other bigger names, others you signed just out of spite, and then now they're stuck. Well, they could be a part of the wrestling renaissance. I'm just being real. It could very well be a part of Triple H's new WWE. Calm down, KJ. So, Aleister Black, I haven't read anything definitive. Everything that I saw, the report leads back to Meltzer. But when I was looking at Fightful, and while some people hate Fightful, Fightful usually is highly accurate. About 95% of the time, they're dead on the money. Okay, it's time to eat dinner, babe. Fightful reported that they do have information about Black being unhappy with his booking, but they don't have any information about him requesting his release. That part they don't have. K-Side Seats has it listed as a rumor. It's not definitive, as does Heal by Nature. So there are some places that are reporting it as Black wanted to be released, but the ones that are more accurate are reporting it as he is unhappy with his booking. For the last couple of pay-per-views, House of Black has either been on the pre-show, and a lot of people love the pre-show matches, but it's hard to get shine when you're in one company and the main show is Dynamite, and there's like 11,000 of you in this company. There's no way that all of them are going to be seen. And this is what Nicole, Alexis, and even Tirza, when, she ain't going off violently. But Tirza made a good point. Like, there's a lot of people in that company, and there's just no way for you to be able to be the standout, or at least be one of them, when everybody is fighting for the same spotlight.
That is true.
It doesn't work. So there are going to be a lot of people who are going to be disgruntled. But Nicole made a valid point as well. She was like, had they had just waited like Dakota did and just took a short break, they could be back in the E. And she's absolutely right.
Dakota, Cross and Charlotte. And they didn't even take a break. They just they took bookings, but they took bookings that wasn't going to be bogged down to a contract, because they low-key alluded that they were offered, contracts at AEW, but they were like, I'm not really trying to sign a contract though like that right now. But they still took bookings. I think he filmed a movie.
Who?
Yeah.
Cross, yeah, he filmed a movie.
He did.
Johnny was obviously, wanted to be present, wanted to be there for Candace and his baby, but still took like bookings, and not necessarily wrestling bookings, but bookings to, stay busy, get a little bit of a coin. And that's the same thing with like others. Like, it's so stupid to me. So stupid to me. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, he's shitting on AEW. Like, to me, like, it's so stupid. If you're coming from somewhere, especially when there's so much transition afoot, and was like so unhappy, so blah blah, hate A, B, C, D, E, F, G about everything, or was beginning to, just to turn around and go to a competitor that you don't know much about. I mean, you do know some about, like, obviously people were quote unquote saying that they're so happy there. They have so much freedom and so much freedom to do whatever, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Like, love that. Just to jump around and sign extensive contracts. I don't even think WWE does 5-year. I think they do 4-year.
4-year?
I don't think they do. No, I don't even think it's 4 years. I don't think they do contracts for that long.
No, maybe it's a 3-year contract.
I think it's 3, yeah, because it's not that long. So I said, you're going to go somewhere, hop, skip, jump into a 5-year contract, or how Tony is getting them. He's signing them. A lot of them. This is what happened to quite a few of them. They have like a year or 2 contracting year. They're like, it's not too bad, whatever. And he's like, oh, well, why don't you do a contract extension? And that contract extension is 4 to 5 years. So that's how he's getting these people. And then once a couple months in, or maybe a year in, and they're not happy, well, you know what? That's your fault. You should have, like, why would you sign a contract for? So you're essentially signing a 7 to 8 year contract.
Mm-hmm.
Off of just being whatever.
With no player option. With no player option.
With no wiggle room like he originally had when the company started. So originally you were still able to take certain indie bookings here and there, which is cool. And like, I respect people being happy about it, being excited about it, but turn around to him not allowing that anymore.
It's like you left one company.
And funny thing is, WWE was letting Cross able to compete, or to be able to have the option, if he can, to complete his indie bookings. Because he completed one, but he wasn't able to do. Why am I blanking on this promotion? Because it's a really great promotion. But he wasn't able to complete this one promotion because it falls on a SmackDown. And obviously, he trying to, especially with him trying to move this story forward more, he would need to be at the SmackDown. But if he wasn't previously booked for it, he was going to go.
Is Cross, quick question, is Cross gonna beat Roman Reigns?
Hell no. No.
I don't know why that question came right in my head.
I don't know.
And I kept thinking about that.
I low-key don't think so. I think he's gonna he's aiming for Roman, but he's mostly aiming for mostly aiming for Drew. So him and Drew gonna have a cute little program first. And then whatever this shebang happens with Theory, which I think Theory is going to just end up getting one of the titles off of some hoopla, and that's how he's going to get the title. Or I think that's how Cody's going to get one of those titles. One of the titles is Cody's. We should. I think we should. We all know that.
Chris Jericho. Jericho was talking trash about China last time I checked.
Who?
Chris Jericho.
Jericho's talk shit about everyone, and I honestly I don't pay him no mind because he needs to worry about where his wife was.
He said on the podcast
because they're swooping them. They're swooping them up real. Said Mean Joe ain't playing. He's swooping them up, so he need to worry about what's going on in his house.
So he ain't lying. She ain't lying.
Worry about your house.
I just need Jericho to shut his ass up and stay in his own company and stop telling us how much money Tony Khan has every 5 business days. That's weird behavior.
Tony Khan's football team is in shambles and company and programs in shambles. Well, his daddy's. And then so is their soccer team.
They soccer team always in shambles.
Low-key his wrestling company. So that's what I'm saying. So everybody wants to talk about like how rich. I said Tony is not rich. Tony's father is rich.
There's a difference.
There's a complete difference.
He blowing through his inheritance. He doing that.
And not only that, his literally the Jaguars, and again, I'm not a huge football person, is literally like the worst football program in the NFL.
She right.
It's hands down, and people want to say the Browns. I'm like, the Browns, again, we don't ever have good year, but at least we take care of our players well.
Yeah.
The staff gets taken care of well. You don't hear about nobody who works for the Browns or works at First Energy wanting for nothing.
True.
We're getting gypped out of contracts and money and have, basic human rights, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You hear about it with the Jaguars, though. That's all I'm
do.
going to say about that.
King said, once again, Tiff, you're right. Didn't you say everyone gets their time to shine and you just have to wait for your turn? And now look at those people. Ain't wait, so now they want to go back. I don't know if all of them want to go back. I'm pretty sure it looks good on the when you're on the other side. You're on the outside looking in, but that's with anything. Yeah. The reality is, I feel like I'm not saying all of them should have waited. They did what they thought was best for them. Nobody could have predicted that Triple H would be in power at this point, and nobody
turned so quickly because we were saying 6 months.
Yeah,
and he said 6 hours, and I said, "Okay, sis."
And he went and just started gutting everything and making it so that it was the way he wanted the WWE to run under his regime, which I don't blame him. My thing is this: this is not like they left WWE for fucking Impact. Impact has already been established. This is a company still trying to get their feet wet.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why Nicole was like, you don't know what's going on over there. All you know is everybody's telling you this looks fun. You need to come over here. Oh, wow. Thank you.
Turns out it ain't.
I ordered food and I didn't even know, but thank you.
Oh, shit, I was about to order food, but my friend was like,
I don't know.
You trying to hang out? And I was like, we gotta do something soon because if not, I'm about to order food and call it a night. So you got a time limit.
Who's the next match card?
Okay. We talked about Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah.
Who you got for that, Nicole? Powerhouse?
No, fuck no. Ricky.
Ricky Stark.
Yeah, and again, just so we can top off the conversation, the people that should have waited are people like fucking. Again, I love her, Ruby.
Yeah.
Ruby could have waited.
I think Cole should have waited.
No, not necessarily. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate for him because he wanted to, be able to, probably go to work day to day with his girlfriend, wife, or whatever. Because low key, she ain't getting signed to WWE.
Why wouldn't she get signed though?
Because she's not worth the signage. I'm not being.
She's not worth the money.
You're gonna give it to Britt.
The money they would have to pay Britt Baker to come to leave that place that essentially, again, and they did. They made her a star. It's not worth it. Where you can go get someone who was at Impact or get someone who's a great talent on the indies,
or build one of your stars from the PC. That could be just like Britt Baker.
If I was WWE, one person I would really, really try to get before AEW tries to sign is Queen Aminata.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love her.
That's where I would be like, okay, I would send her some contracts, be like, what you need, sis, we got you. That's someone who if I was Triple H, because, he loves slithering, getting some indie talent, that is the one person where I would make sure I got my hands on.
Okay.
That shows up on their TV. Willow Nightingale is probably already low-key signed there, so I wouldn't even try anymore.
No limit said there seems to be no progressive talent system to build up everyone at the necessary pace. It's a shark eat shark game.
They did, but they lost it. It was the Nightmare Factory.
But they keep bringing in all the old talent.
They did. It was a Nightmare Factory, but they lost it.
But they keep bringing in all the old talent. So it's like the old talent is taking up the spot for the new talent.
I think Kyle should have waited along with Ruby too.
Who?
Personally, I'm fine with Kyle O'Reilly being over there.
I think he went there because he thought it would fit him. Bobby Fish is funny.
Why you say that?
Because he was, I don't know. It's just, I like him, but I think it's funny. He was like, "I'll go to war for Triple H." I said, Tony's gonna be mad. I said, he did that shit on purpose so he can speed that shit up.
Mm.
He did, because I was like, why'd you say all this for?
Bobby said, let me go get my coaching job back.
Good. Lord have mercy. What's the next one?
Let me go back to the match card. All right. Christian Cage versus Jungle Boy.
I'm going with Jungle Boy.
Jungle.
What about you, Nicole?
Jungle Boy, and he got whooped Christian's ass.
Christian been fucking with him that bad?
He told him his daddy would be disappointed with him. Said shit about his family. You ain't gonna talk about my dead father, and I'm not gonna whoop your ass. Which Jungle Boy has been trying, but Christian's been ducking him.
Why are they always bringing the dead relatives? I mean, dead relatives. They're dead siblings into it.
That's fucked up.
They always bring the person's somebody that not close to them.
I mean, but Jungle Boy really got him good, and he told him that's why your wife left you, bitch. And he said, you doing all this just so you can make sure you have enough money for alimony. I said, I know that's right. You better spray his business.
No, he did not.
Yes.
Damn, Jungle Boy, I didn't know you had it in you, boy. Anyway, Wardlow and FTR versus Jay Lethal, Chris Sabin, and Alex Shelley.
I guess Jay Lethal's team.
You know?
Ew. Yeah, fuck him. Wardlow and FTR and them.
All right. TBS Championship. Jade Cargill versus Athena.
I'm gonna say Jade. I like Athena, but I'm gonna say Jade.
Nicole. I think they'll pull the trigger and give it to Athena.
I don't know. Like I thought that, and I keep thinking that because it's been so long. She's already won so many matches, but I'm like, you still got a bunch of women that's waiting in the parking lot to face us. So
Nicole, what you think?
Sorry, I went to the bathroom. I want it to be Jade, but I'm a little scared.
I think it's gonna be Athena. I'm telling you.
I think it's gonna be Athena, and I will lose my mind. But
they're gonna give that title to Jade.
Yes, I think she's and someone else said this. They're like, they think there might be some shenanigans with the women's match. Isn't there a blank spot actually?
Wait, what?
For
Really?
that cage for that ladder match it is, but the women's title match is fatal four
Yes,
way.
that cage match. Yeah, that ladder match has a blank spot.
Right.
So
They
I
think it's gonna
think
be Samoa Joe. At least that's
I
what I
think
saw.
it's gonna be some.
Uh-oh.
She's sneaking, but you can't hear anything.
She muted, so
Oh,
I have to wait till she come back.
yeah. I think Jade is gonna retain.
I think they're gonna get that shit to Athena.
They could. That probably what they might go
With
that route.
Rosa going down, Thunder Rosa went down.
Mm-hmm. But Thunder Rosa,
To me,
it was her back, right? Sorry for interrupting. It was her back, right? That's why she
I'm
couldn't.
not sure. I'm not sure what made her go down, but I know she's injured.
Mm.
With Thunder Rosa out, I would
Mhm.
not want Britt Baker to be champion again.
It would suck because Britt Baker and her have real beef.
I don't have no issues with Tony, but I feel like y'all had other girls there like Chris Statlander who've been putting in the work, and it's not fair to give her the damn championship. That's
I
just
mean,
me.
you make a good point. You do make a good point. Chris Statlander has been
But I
longer.
have a feeling it's either going to be her because the match is between two former champions. So let's go to it. It's Toni Storm, Jamie Hayter, Sheeta, Britt Baker, and that's the matchup for the women's interim AEW championship.
But isn't Jamie Hayter like a teammate of Britt Baker's though?
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be very interesting for those two. It's gonna be Tony. It's gonna be Tony. Tony gonna walk away with that championship.
So you got two former champions and two challengers. So they're not going to give it back to Britt.
They don't.
And they're not going to give it back to Sheeta. I'd be shocked if Jamie Hayter gets it. But it would be all the better for them to drop it to Jay if they give it to Jamie Hayter. If they give it to Toni Storm, same scenario. I feel like if Jay drops her title, she need to take out Jamie Hayter, join this match, like Edge did Kofi.
Yeah, Elimination Chamber.
Yep.
It would make sense because Jade is. I would say Jade is probably one of their top female stars that they have. So she would make a good choice to be in that match. But who knows? That'd be the best. That would be a good swerve. That'd be a good swerve to it. I'm not gonna lie. But if Jamie Hayter wins, that'd be a different. That also be a different swerve because then she'll probably feud with Britt Baker for the majority of the time, which would suck.
Sorry, I got a phone call. I'm only probably gonna be in here another 10 minutes though.
It's gonna be Storm. Storm is gonna take that title.
Oh yeah, Tony is winning again, like regular. Like I said, my answer has asterisks though.
Nicole, you have the wrestling news. What's the real issue between Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker?
I don't want to speak too much about it, but how do I say this without blowing up some spots? Things are as they appear, but also not as they appear.
Okay.
There's a lot going on,
Yeah.
it seems. Are y'all gonna buy the AEW video game? No.
No,
No.
It looked like Def Jam fight for New York. That would look like me.
they need to remaster Def Jam.
Hmm.
Bring that
All
shit
right.
back.
So the ladder match for the AEW championship shot. So like
Woo!
this is their brass ring championship. I mean their brass ring
I thought
ladder
this
match.
was the. I thought this was the poker chip one.
Oh, it's the poker chip one?
I think this is the poker chip one.
Okay. So this is for a shot at the AEW championship. Claudio versus Ray Phoenix versus Rush versus Dante Martin versus Andre versus Penta versus Wheeler Utah versus a mystery opponent. So we got a little intrigue in that match. It's probably gonna go to Claudio, honestly. But who knows? Kenny Omega, you got the AEW Trios Championship. Kenny Omega and the Young
Wait a minute,
Bucks.
doesn't that have the? Doesn't that the one have the blank spot, or is that another one?
Yeah, it had a blank spot from Rampage, but I don't know who won between Dark Order and Best Friends.
No, I'm talking about for the ladder match.
Yeah, it has a blank spot. It has a mystery opponent. Oh, it's
Who do y'all think this is?
Kevin, they calling you. Hold on. Dark Order and Adam Page are going to All Out, and they're going to compete against Omega and the Young Bucks for the Trios World Championships. Who's going to win that match?
I have no answer for this one.
Probably the Bucks.
Yeah.
And Kenny.
Yeah.
Kenny, who's not 100%.
Oh.
He's not.
Oh my God. I thought he was fully ready.
He's not. And I feel bad, and I don't necessarily like blame him really. I like blame the fans, honestly.
That's not cool.
No. Because I was like watching him because he had like a compression shirt on.
Uh-oh. Did we lose her?
No, can you hear me?
Yeah,
No, he's been having that compression shirt on. And I was like, and then something else, I said, Kenny Omega has never worn this many clothes wrestling. I said, what is going on?
Oh.
And someone was like, he probably has, it's like he's probably wrapped up.
Oh my God.
So he gonna injure himself even further.
He could have just stayed at home.
Pride. Probably his
It
pride.
wasn't, it's not even worth it.
It's not.
All right, you got the AEW Tag Team Championship, Swerve in My Glory versus the Acclaim.
I'm gonna go with the Acclaim.
Of course you are. You're very predictable, Marjorie.
You know what? I feel attacked.
You know you are.
I feel attacked. Because I love the Acclaim.
Mm-hmm. I think Swerve in My Glory is going to retain those titles and drop them to somebody else. Although I would have loved for Best Friends to win those trios titles. Cassidy deserves something. So do the Best Friends. You're going to be honest. Interim AEW Women's Championship. Toni Storm, Jamie Hayter, Sheeta, and Britt Baker. We said Toni Storm for that, right?
Yeah, we said
Yeah.
Tony.
All right, Bryan Danielson versus Jericho.
Brian.
I don't really care. To be honest.
I ain't rooting for Jericho.
Well, Nicole, you got Bryan too?
I don't care about that match because I think it's stupid.
I
so
agree.
I don't know. Whoever doesn't kill himself.
Oh, God.
Or
Title
actually,
match
yeah.
for All Out is the AEW Championship. It's Moxley versus Punk. CM Punk is going to get this title back.
I'm rooting for Moxley.
It's happening. He's getting his title back. It's Chicago. He's getting the title back.
That bum getting that title back.
Not a bum.
So he does.
He's a bum.
All he does is complain and complain and complain.
Girl.
If it doesn't
All
go
right,
his
y'all. All right, y'all. So those are all the match cards, at least for AEW All Out and for Worlds Collide. I'm more looking forward to Worlds Collide than I am All Out. I will report it on our page like I did with giving you guys the match card for everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this better review of Clash at the Castle and the go once over of Worlds Collide. I will go live tomorrow after Worlds Collide, and we'll talk about all of that. And I will see you guys tomorrow in my live. So bye.
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 Thank y'all so much for coming and being part of my show. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe on the channel. It really helps to get my content out there for everybody to see. And I feel like even though we're a wrestling channel, we talk about a little bit of everything over here when I go live. So make sure you guys follow me on my social media as well. All of my socials are the same at Sack Design TV 2. You can find me on Twitter, and you can find me on Instagram, and you can find me on Facebook if you're a little nerd and you like Facebook. But don't forget to follow me and subscribe, and make sure you rate my videos and get that algorithm up to push it up so I can start being a little bit more professional, so I can start making some coins. Okay? I will talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.